Dave heard that we'd spurned the path of the podcaster, and he came to teach us the sacred ways. Fun fact: we actually used to do an actual play podcast, and it died after my laptop exploding lost us half of a season.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I did not have proper data backups, so it was oof.
No, that's not good.
All right, I'm gonna pop over to our Twitch stream and grab that link and put it everywhere. Hi, by the way, I'm so excited to play with you guys. I'm excited to host for one of the writers of this game. That's just freaking insane to me.
It's kind of a big tall order, isn't it? It's like, oh, man.
I know. I've got to make this pop. I've got to, it's got to be good.
I won't be marking your performance or anything, so it's fine.
Oh, you're not? That's a relief.
Just throw it, no, he just pulls up his out of 10 scorecard.
Oh, God.
Not marking it. All right.
It's funny. I'm kind of I'm more of a fan than I am a writer of this game, and I kind of forget sometimes. So when you mentioned that, I was like, "Who? You talking about me?" It's like, yeah, I did write some stuff for this. Yeah,
You write some stuff.
yeah, I didn't do very much. Let's be honest. So, but I did some bits. Yeah, which I'm very proud of.
Yes, who was the one that wrote about the acid splash rules then?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
that's.
worry, I'll give you ample opportunity. To,
Acid Splash is
experience
really the
this
true,
firsthand.
the true because it makes them like melee would be too powerful otherwise. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
really it is a great balancing mechanic that makes perfect sense because that's how it fucking happens in the games. I mean, all, the games, but also like the
It
movies.
does happen in the games.
Yeah, you get acid blood on.
What it also
people.
means is you need to actually keep moving back. You stand around, you're going to die. And yeah, even with the machine guns. Especially with machine guns.
Yeah.
Tossed it there, and I'm gonna put it on my Twitter. And
Cool. We're popped live everywhere. And Pat, do you want me to like upload like a picture of your drawn map that they can see and move around on?
Oh, I've got some maps. I've got them uploaded. Why don't you make me a page for them?
All right, I've created SS overview. The good ship.
I've got
overview.
actually a little surprise for you guys, for you, Lee. I know you're not accustomed to getting surprises because we're co-runners, but
Hacking surprise.
Malcolm and I have well, Malcolm has done something awesome.
Wonderful. Also, hi Judge Wolf.
Hey, you.
Make a page and surprise, yeah. Hey Lee. Yeah, so so SS overview exists now. Turn close out unnecessary folders. Hey. Xname all background programs. Pumping back up some background ambiance. More horns? Gosh, you're gonna be the horn armory, the hornery, if you will.
Effekt. SEMAK.
Hey Dave, I'm glad you're giving Fett some love with your namesake.
Yeah, it just seemed too obvious, doesn't it? But it's a nice little tribute, so I thought. And it kind of implies that my character isn't going to be a complete dick.
As long as,
I'm back real fast. You can do the maps in that time, but
It's
All
not
right.
guaranteed.
well, does this mean you get a jetpack?
Well,
Nothing
yeah,
that I've seen.
do I get a do I get a jetpack?
I mean, you know.
Does our GM have to like tell you specifically no disintegrations?
Wow.
That depends on how bad the acid splash is, doesn't it?
I'm sure something's gonna get disintegrated by the end of this. Let's just say.
Only if you can confirm jetpacks are in CMOM.
Oh well.
Nudge, nudge.
I didn't.
Oh, are we going to be like holding him hostage to find out all the juicy beats?
Oh man. All right, let me get this. Sorry, still just dropping some maps in places. Bwomp bwomp. You guys can tell I'm a very prepped and proper GM here. Definitely not doing stuff still last minute. Okay, cool. I think I got everything I need.
You fly the ship like Han Solo.
Wow. Yeah, no, hey. Han Solo's, you guys may be fans of Fett, but Han Solo lived till the trilogy.
He lived up until the actor actually wanted him to die.
I think he's still alive, and you can't change my mind about it.
He's
Star
a
Wars.
lot of parts.
There's a new Star Wars film. What? No, I haven't seen
I've heard of synthetics before because
There hasn't been a new Star Wars film since Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm. Well, as soon as Lee gets back, I'm thinking we can go ahead. I'm trying to think. Is there anywhere I haven't posted a link? Oh, I guess I could go on Reddit, the dreaded location. Okay, I'll put a comment here.
I take it we're not quite live yet, are we?
We're voice live, but we're not face live
okay.
yet.
Right.
People can't see our faces yet, but they will. All right, cool. I think I've done my shilling. I'm just gonna go ahead and put people on maps and stuff. Ooh, who's that? We just got a ping. What was that from? Oh my goodness. Bubble Reg is now following us. Very fun. Oh, I should have my good camera on. What am I doing with my stupid good camera? Hello. New camera, who this? Alright. Yeah, and as soon as he gets back from whatever Lee's doing, we will go live. Or we're obviously live now, but
Double live.
double live.
Super live.
have our characters been here over a decade, or are we newer than that? This is our first time with this process. I'm just reading.
You can actually decide that for yourself. You think you're a veteran here at the station, and so this station has only seen one full day, and it was made during the night, and then they transitioned to day, and then it transitioned to tonight, and now it's transitioning to day again. So it's been around for a while, but not so long that it's had multiple days. So you could be a veteran here who helped during the very first transition, or you could have arrived at nighttime and only know the cold, bitter, barren, icy world on the other side of the sun. Mm-hmm. That is something I will let you decide. It could affect the way you roleplay. I think there will be a little bit of role-playing in the beginning.
All right. We're good to go live, right, Pat? I mean video.
Video and raring to go. Mm-hmm.
All right, bam. Maps.
All right, so.
You want me to move players to the screen?
Yes. Let's go ahead and move them to the, let's put them on the map overview here. And I will read a little bit for our audience to get them up to speed. It's been 5 Earth years, but it's finally dawn at Sunstone Station. Planet Swanair Hong's slow rotation around its close white star, Terminator, has left the permanently affixed Weyland-Yutani research outpost languishing in perpetual frigid darkness for the past half-decade. In the twilight region of Dawn, the past several weeks have been devoted entirely to prepping the station for the new day. Unlike the twin mobile mining towns of Warham and Jeanette, each on opposite sides of the world at any given time, which travel the barren planet's surface in eternal twilight, gathering melted minerals that flow in molten streams from the heat of day, Sunstone Station is stationary. It is built to endure both the brittle cold and the melting heat of day and night on the heavily contrasting world, with a little help from her maintenance staff. Not you guys. Sunstone Station has 4 modules, each serving a different function. Primary module is Sol, where the scientific research of the station exists and facilitates. That's the science module. The module with which you're most intimately familiar is Terror module, an offshoot of Sol. This module is the living quarters of the station staff, as well as the location of life support, hydroponics, and many other crucial functions that keep the station from freezing or cooking her crew. Accessible through Terra is Luna, the smallest module and predominantly a storage facility for off-season equipment, unneeded equipment, food packets, fuel, etc. The 4th module, Stella, is accessible through a long corridor, almost half a mile long, off of Sol module, and it is the nexus of travel on or off Swan Air Hong. Regular deliveries are airdropped via grav lifter into Stella, where a staff of working Joes prepares the items for collection. Within Stella is a rugged Daihoda tractor used to tend to the solar panel field and that supports Sunstone's energy needs during the daytime, as well as a Mantis-class resupply vessel called Quicksilver. You may have seen them in the ill-fated film, whatever the film's name is that came after Alien 3. I forget. And you, our lovely players, are the maintenance crew, keeping this facility running fully operational. In addition to you, there is a crew of scientists, perennial scientists, who, much like yourself, stay on the facility at all times, and seasonal researchers who are, dropped in and taken out, dependent on Weyland-Yutani's needs for the station. This is, of course, an isolated and very secretive station. So it serves functions that they don't want others to know about. So that's your kind of precarious situation. However, you guys have been working here for as long as you have, and the station's been functioning for at least 15 years, so they do their job well, usually. The current project manager of this station is a Dr. Watanuki, Dr. Silva Watanuki, and I actually can provide you a visual of our dearest friend, Watanuki. Dr. Silva Watanuki is overseeing a research project that you don't know very much about, and he is joined by Dr. Turner, who is the project's co-manager or sub-manager. All that exposition out of the way, and we can see the lovely full illustration of the facility here. And courtesy of our very own, I'm going to keep saying Malcolm Fett because that's your name on Discord, I'm sorry.
All good.
Courtesy of our very own Sean, we have some lovely Alien RPG style illustrations for the other 2 modules, Sol and Terra and Luna, and of course we use my less than spiffy but certainly functional map of Stella. All right, now let me get you guys into the world. It is morning, and the day is December 19th, which means it's time to wake up, and Christmas is just around the corner, or holiday season, as Weyland-Yutani puts it. They try to be non-denominational.
You'll note that you sleep on some fairly Spartan beds. Beneath them is a crate. You use this for like longer term personal storage of things you're not getting out every day, versus the lockers.
Mm-hmm.
It lifts and supports the things inside the crate, anyway.
Indeed, your beds are basically lids of crates. Isn't that fun? Wayland Yutani, saving money.
It's like
Yeah, saving money so well that they actually don't even put it in our paychecks.
Oh, yes.
But then again, we're working on a company station, having to buy company store stuff, so we don't even have our own money. It all goes back to the company.
Isn't that convenient for them?
Yeah, it feels like it's the 19th century and we're working at the rail yard.
So you all woke up. I think Ramba Rao's been the most vocal, so maybe he's gotten up first, shakes off his dust and groans a little bit at the pay situation. Let's hear it from the top. Tell us a little bit about your characters. Starting with you, Ramba.
My character's Leigh Kearney. He's been here since the beginning, always having to maintain this place. Of course, he is a bit vocal, a bit crass, all of that nice stuff. He also is happy. It's Christmas. And he would be playing like Christmas music loud.
Shit, do we have any Christmas music?
Wayland Yutani proceeds to DMCA him. Someone from corporate is by to serve you.
He would be the person that would get angry when the Wayland Yutani exec would say "Happy Holidays" instead of "Merry Christmas."
Amazing. We need one of them. Wait, I think I've got some. Yeah. No, continue.
Yeah, you mean like that? He's like, no, it's Merry Christmas, all right? Stop it with this culture war garbage.
Oh my god.
Amazing. All right, so sitting next to him, probably a little bit more taciturn, just waking up, we have our lovely roboticist on the station, Jeremy Bullock. Jeremy.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Jeremy Bullock, and happy holidays to you, Lee. I'm a company man. I'm not so good at that corporate executive thing, and I'm much better at tinkering with robots and robotics. I'm always looking tired. I wear grubby company fatigues rather than a suit because a suit never suited me. And yeah, I look after the working Joes on this base that are the backbone to keeping this place running. And you might want to complain about the company, but they're feeding you your oxygen, they're paying you a wage. You chose to do this. You could go and do something else if you want. Lots of other companies out there if you don't like Wayland Yutani. So enjoy the holidays. Happy holidays, everyone.
Scott, I love it. Company man moment. Truly.
You did tee me up for that one a bit.
We can see Ramba Rao's been
teed up and then hole in one. Beautiful dynamic. And I guess there's the holiday office tree.
And across the pond,
it's our Christmas tree.
we have Sean's character, Angel O'Patrick.
Hey, so I'm playing Angel. He's a station mechanic. Angel has been known for losing his temper from time to time, but working to keep his emotions in check, he finds the tedious work in maintenance and manual labor that's abundant on the station a healthy and welcome release valve to that.
Nice.
The few people who know him long enough, he just came onto the station like a year after the last nightfall, so he hasn't seen sunrise yet. He's looking forward to it, but he's described as fiercely loyal and somewhat of a protector of the weak on the station. For those who really know him.
Well, all right, excellent. And last but certainly not least, let's hear a little bit about Sandy Dinkelmeyer.
Yes, my name is Sandy Dinkelmeyer. You may consider me the science attaché to the station here, though I work in the field. I don't know how you can be so excited about the holidays, considering we may not survive this day. I don't know if our preparations are all completed. It's far too casual around here for me.
All right. Yeah, somebody's worried about the day, and you should be. It gets to high enough temperatures during the day to melt not only lead into bismuth, but some higher temperature metals as well. It's peaked at 1,000 before, so that should tell you something about how hot this place gets. But not to worry, you've been working tirelessly to prepare this facility for its eventual sunrise. So, today's
Can I just
agenda.
ask, what,
Oh, yes.
what does Lee do on the base? Lee, what's your job?
Ramba?
I am the mechanic. I go around fixing everything. You company agents are complaining about how the air conditioning doesn't work, or your little wine cooler. I had to go down there fix it.
Well, that's not me. I'm down here with you guys fixing the robots.
Yeah.
But, glad to see you're doing
all know me
something
for a robot
constructive
people.
towards the upkeep of the base. Excellent, good.
All right. So we have established everybody's jobs more or less. Now, you guys usually work as a team. There's always something to do, and it usually helps to have extra hands around nonetheless. So, over here, if you guys need to use the facilities, there's a restroom. I think Lee's even sectioned it off from you guys.
To pass the blue door is the shower realm.
Yeah, indeed.
A
Yes,
fine,
but that's just a silly
fine
feature of the map.
mist. Another zone, if you will.
He jumps out, runs to the bathroom.
Yes, marvelous. Indeed. You'll find that we typically section off zones through very explicit ways, such as walls, and occasionally you'll see little divider lines. We try to make it blend with the scenery, though. So if you're not sure where a zone is, feel free to ask us. We'll elaborate for you. All right. So you go about your morning business, but there's one thing on all of your minds that's extremely pressing. Aside from the shipment that arrived last night that you'll need to take care of, and the work that needs to be done in the tunnels downstairs to ensure that the magma doesn't come up when the sun rises, and of course the all too important sunproofing of the corridor leading out to Stella, which of course you've scheduled for the end of this Earth-Terran day, or shift rather, I should say. One thing is pressing on all of your minds more than anything else. Y'all really, really desperately need some fucking coffee. So let me pop you into the overview map real quick. You have awoken in Seoul in this little room called that's marked 3, and if you'll notice on the board, it says the other locations within Seoul, and one of those is the cafe. I won't railroad you guys, but let me know how you would like to proceed.
I don't care. I'm going to get some coffee. It's going to be a long day. I'm going to probably need a double shot. I'll be banging everything with my damn wrench.
Marvelous. All right. So
yeah, I don't need coffee. I'm going to pick up a few bits of electronics that probably won't need. Fill my pockets with them, as is my habit. Fiddle with my Android probe device that I never have out of my hands, and then go and get myself a very small glass of orange juice and sit in the corner fiddling with my equipment on my own.
Amazing.
Preferably if there's a working Joe there, I'll get them to come and sit with me. Yeah.
Sure. I think there's working Joes throughout all of these modules, although you would note that their primary module, the primary function of the working Joes here is served in Stella, helping with deliveries. But there are certainly working Joes all throughout. In fact, there's a couple that you've chosen to, or that the staff here typically refers to as the Dory working Joes, because they're programmed to forget what they see, that work in Seoul. So there's a couple of folks all around. Let me see if I can drop one onto the board for you. Actually, we have those saved in. Yeah, you got one. Awesome. There we are. You always know a working Joe.
Cool.
Sure you-
Whatever you're going to do to it, it's already going to forget about it, okay?
Yeah, this isn't. This is fine, but we might want the working Joes to retain some of their memory. I advised the executives against this. I was completely against it. Having them forget them. They're not goldfish.
Except you guys made them goldfish.
No, they're not goldfish.
Of course not. Goldfish actually can remember.
I could see a budding rivalry. Oh, how cute.
They do exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, at least they get on with their work without complaining the whole time. Unlike you, Kearney, it's just like mouth. They're better.
Yeah. I'm just nodding as I'm getting my cup, filling up my brew, and I was just like, yeah. I'm sure if they were able to remember everything, they start to develop personalities. Start complaining about how you guys give them all the harsh work.
They don't complain about me. They love me. I look after them.
Angel says over to Jeremy, he's like, well, can you tweak the forgetfulness factor on my my workstation, Joes? Because I'll give them a duty and they'll just forget about it. So I have to tell them over and over again what to do.
I think it must be your instructions aren't clear enough.
The gold eyes just flash in dull recognition like, if you have any complaints, feel free to refer them to my manager. My number is, and it's like a string of AB X110511256.
I think I've amended these ones so they now, after they've said that, they say my number is, and they say, but I'm known as Danny.
But
and the other one says, I'm known as Donnie.
Oh yes, this one's Donnie now, right?
Yeah. Start to give them names? Are you crazy?
No, they work better if you allow them to listen and learn. They're better than humans.
Angel's gonna go get one.
They don't need coffee for one.
While this exchange is going on, it's hard to ignore a very loud conversation being held over here at this table. They seem to be griping about the lack of Christmas bonus this year. This, of course, is the scientific staff. You're not very well acquainted with any of them. They come and they go, and that is their line of work. And you probably try not to get too attached to them. At the very least, they're like exchange students that you can, let off some steam with. But you don't expect them to stay very long. But these guys in particular are very, very upset about something that they just read in their most recent bulletin that they got from Wayland. It's ridiculous. The Bioweapons Division always makes a profit. Are you kidding me? No Christmas bonus this year? Yeah, what the fuck's the deal with that? I mean, I think my uncle works in the Bioweapons Division too, and they're getting and he's getting a Christmas bonus. What do you mean he's getting a bonus and we're not? We're in the same division. Must be the station that we're at in particular. Maybe they're not giving it to our research team.
You tent boys just can't catch a break, can you?
It's ridiculous. We're doing the best we can. And this woman over here says, "Yeah, you know what? Come to think of it, I think it is the division or the research project that we're on. Nuki's a has-been. It's not going to get anything accomplished."
Oh, it's not going to speak. That's not going to get anything accomplished. Dr. Watanuki's doing the best he can here.
Oh yeah?
You do think you are.
When are we getting a bonus?
Well, maybe you're just not doing your job good enough.
I suppose there's more that we could do. In fact,
I'm going to walk
Dr.
over
Turner,
whilst they're in the middle of this. I'm going to walk over and kind of just sort of politely cough and say, if productivity is the problem, I can reprogram some of the Joes to do some of your dirty work for you, increase your productivity.
She seems very keen on this, and so does he. But this kind of guy that looks like he might even be a perennial science staffer looks you over and says, "It doesn't seem like a good idea. You know that there's like super secret stuff going on down there. What if someone from like Seegson gets their hands on it, or Bionational? Ugh.
Well,
wouldn't want them to catch that."
These working Joes, the ones here are designed to have their brains automatically wiped. I can add that to the ones working on yours, so as soon as they've finished, then anything they may have seen or touched will be wiped from their memory.
Roll me a manipulate.
I will do that. If you give me a second.
You can roll with a +1.
+1.
You guys are all rather irked. First roll of the day, everybody.
Whoop.
Marvelous, marvelous. This woman comes over and shakes your hand and addresses herself as Dr. Lee. Not to be confused with, actually, you know what? No, Dr. Dr. Shi, X-I. She says, "You know what? I think that's a damn fine idea. Do you think you could do that on the hush-hush, though? I don't want Nuki catching word of it."
My lips are sealed. Absolutely.
I won't be a part of this.
And when you say that, this guy looks at you and says, "Oh, come now. It's not like this is abnormal. In my other station that I worked at previously, we had a synthetic staff that wasn't working Joes, and they were allowed to keep their memories. You know, if only Dr. Abigail Turner were in charge here, I think things would be working a lot differently." Yeah, you're right. If only Abigail Turner was in charge.
Well, let me reassign some of the working Joes that I have in for repair, and I will get them to. I will deliver them to wherever you want with suitable programming to do. You can just instruct them, and then when they return to me, their brains will automatically wipe.
Dr. Shi says that's an excellent plan. What's your schedule like today? If we make a breakthrough by the end of the year, it's possible that we could still get those bonuses.
I could find some time. My work this morning is repairing these working Joes. I can repair them and deliver them to you, so I can do it straight away.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that's a relief. Here, let me get you a coffee. Well, how do you take your coffee? I used to do this for the help.
Orange juice will be fine, thank you. Coffee just makes me go all buzzy and funny. It's fine.
All right. And Angel reads his duty roster, working Joes on maintenance detail. So yeah, you guys actually have. It's convenient that that there would be that this happens, because you guys are already planning on heading out to Stella, where the working Joes are typically held. Actually, I don't have a map for this, but would you mind making the working Joe room with an Apollo? Obviously, we'll substitute Mother because that's all we have. Kind of at the end of it.
The Joery, if you will.
Indeed. Lee's an expert speed mapper. This will be fun. As you're hearing this, Abigail Turner, Dr. Abigail Turner, rounds the corner. Of course, this being an octagonal.
I should not have moved you yet. My bad.
Sorry. This being an octagonal structure, she's rounding corners from her domicile, and she kind of stares blankly across the cafe, not seeming as if she notices anyone that she particularly cares about. There are bags under her eyes. You can tell she's both frustrated and tired. Doesn't seem like she's been getting very much sleep. She walks over here, grabs a bagel, and then makes herself a coffee right next to Dinkelmeister. She doesn't say anything.
Yes, Dr. Turner. Hello. How are you?
Well,
I've heard there's some maybe, some disgruntled people in your group. I don't know if you know anything about this.
Yeah, I think everybody's a little bit upset. Yesterday, when the shipment arrived, we also got our memos that, well, that we're not getting a Christmas bonus this year. It's really disheartening. I mean, after all, we're just continuing Dr. Ellen V. Escher's work here on the... Oh, I shouldn't say much more. But, we're doing the best... we're doing good work for the company. Really profitable work. It's a shame that they're stymieing us like this.
Well, surely it is the work that matters. I mean,
Absolutely.
what is really necessary? Like, take pride in what you do.
Oh, believe me, I take pride in what I do, and I do it well.
It'll be feel a lot better, Sandy, if we also got a bigger paycheck for it too.
Abigail looks over at you, Lee, and says, "You're goddamn right." When I graduated, top of my class, I could have chosen any of the big companies to work for. I chose Wayland-Yutani because I felt like they mattered. Felt like the work that they're doing is meaningful, and I still do. The fucking terraforming division is changing this galaxy for the better. So many worlds are at our fingertips now. It's incredible. I truly believe in the work that we're doing here, but it doesn't seem fair that we're getting overlooked.
Could at least given us a holiday ham, for goodness sake.
Exactly. I like the cut of your jib. What was your name again?
Oh, yeah. Lake Kearney. I go ahead and offer my hand to shake. Been here since nearly the beginning.
She shakes your hand, and you can tell that she's taking it earnestly, but her arms are weak and shaky. She's clearly, suffering from like at least 4 points of stress right now. Probably exhaustion too.
I think those two are actually related.
Indeed. Yeah, so she kind of grabs a coffee and she sits down over here. She pulls out a binder full of papers and starts looking them over too while she's sitting. You can tell she's frustrated, and she's jotting notes down rapidly as she sips her coffee.
I can't be privy to any more of this kind of talk. I need to go get some tools and get ready for our project.
Sure. It's probably the only one that is happy about not getting a paycheck or ham.
Just as you guys are ready to leave, one more person walks into the cafe and says, "Turner, I was looking for you. You wouldn't happen to know where Dr. Scott and Dr. Myers have gotten to, would you?" She says, "I have them working nights. We're not going to meet our deadline, you know."
That's a long shift, isn't it? Sorry.
I've been working from over across the room. That's a long shift, isn't it?
The night shift is, I don't know how many years.
Ooh, touche. Yeah, so she says, "Probably sleeping it off. I've been working nights too, you know. This deadline is important. I don't know why you're not pushing the men more." And he just gives her like a kind of earnest smile and says, "Well, their resolve and rapport is more important than getting the job done before the deadline, obviously." And she just kind of glares and goes back to her work. All right. So unless you guys have more chitter chatter to do, you have a full day of work ahead of you. Sorry for making that so exposition loaded in the beginning.
Don't worry, we got a job and they're not paying us to stand around. Let's go. So I'm looking at the tasks that I guess my supervisor gave me. What do we have to hit first?
All right, so let me put you back onto the overview map for a second. So your supervisor would have told you today's agenda. You can do this in whatever order you like, but there's no real concern as long as all the jobs get done. Probably the most pressing, though, the thing that you need to do first is go to Stella, collect the shipment that arrived during the Terran night shift. The shipment that arrived includes vital parts, components that will be used in the other two assignments that you have to do today. That's why I've listed it first. The other two are visit tunnels beneath Sol to ensure the magma vault is sealed properly before the volcanic activity rises during the summer years, or the daytime years. Isn't that fun? Not a fun way to put it. I love cosmology. And last but not least, the sunproofing the Stella corridor. You have a few Terran days before shit gets too hot to go outside, and I would say that you are all privy to the fact that stored in Stella, you guys moved this out, stored in Stella around the location known as, which is numbered 5. That is where the sun suits of the station are held. They can endure insane amounts of heat. They're clunky as hell, though, so wearing them is going to give you obviously a huge malus on mobility and ability rolls. So that's number 5, the staging area. They're placed there during the summer years, obviously, because the solar panel needs tending on occasion. 7 is the location of the Daihotai tractor, and of course, in the very center, there's the silo where the Mantis Quicksilver is stored. Nobody usually touches that unless there's a shipment of scientists to drop in. Of course, you guys are here, and in Luna, in the seasonal storage facilities, are the spacesuits that you have been wearing. You know, the customary MK50s that you've been assigned. Those are used during the night because frigid temperatures are well endured by that sort of spacesuit. So those are saved in Luna. They don't do so well in the heat of day, though. So they're not normally stored. They're not normally used during the daytime. So all that aside, those are your 3 primary assignments for the day. Stella, of course, is the module in which the working Joes are stored. The number 3 and 4 are probably where our dear friend Mbolech shall be working. So, how would you like to progress?
And so Angel's gonna start heading towards the Joe storage area to find the ones that he's allocated for his project.
Okay.
And as he walks there, he just kind of saying to himself, if anyone's listening or not, it doesn't really matter. He's like, what I love most about this planet, there's nothing to love about it. It just makes the work so much better because you can focus on it, you know?
Not missing out on anything. One of those like conveyor belts they have in like airports to get here. It's about 1.5 miles to get to Stella.
It is a long walk. Actually, you do have one of those conveyors that takes you most of the way through the corridor. It's kind of janky though, and it's been in and out of repair depending on whether the staff, whether you guys actually have had the time to fix it.
Yeah, this is not great. Like, great, I gotta have to fix it again? What do you mean you dropped coffee on it?
Indeed. All right, so as soon as we get back, I'll move you guys to the next area. Sorry. Trying to find the.
I think Sandy would have gone to.
A quick out of character question: do we all choose the same job to do at the same time, or do we all choose separate jobs?
I would prefer if you guys chose to go as a team, just for ease of narrative. But feel free to tell me if you guys would prefer to be in other places. You guys don't. We don't have to all.
First, because we got to get that stuff because it has our supplies to actually get the things working.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could turn on your little robots to actually move them, I guess.
Indeed.
So Angel's walking over to his Joes that are designated, and he pulls out a Sharpie out of his pocket, and he's starting to write their instructions on their sleeve. Forget.
Marvelous. All right.
I think my preference would be to head back up to Stella first, and then get the Joes working properly. Sorry, I missed a little bit what others were doing. Or what their others' preferences were.
Oh my goodness. So you two are going to be leaving me to move the boxes again while you fiddle around with the androids?
Just have to get them working. They're working Joes. They're not called not working Joes. They've got to be working.
Oh, snap.
So you're telling me if I have to do everything again, just because you guys set up the thing where they forget like goldfish, you keep trying to fix all the problems that come up from it.
In fairness, they were mandated. All right, Lee, I think we're moving on. So, players, I'm going to gather you real quick in one location for ease of access to me. I know, very selfish.
Everyone put your hands in. Go team.
Indeed. Wait, where's one of the team members? Hold up, I think I lost someone. Oh shoot, there you go. Wonderful. Alrighty.
What map?
So, I'm gonna put you guys on the overview map, just so that I can more or less place you. If I heard correctly, Sean and Angel and Jeremy are going to the Joe workshop, and Sandy and Carney are going to try having the very fun experience of piloting a Daihotai tractor without having the piloting skill. So this is going to be fun. All right. So let's start with Angel and Jeremy, both of whom are headed in the same location. You might want to pop yourself in as actually, I'll just tell you what room I'm going to. I'm going to the, apparently I'm going back to the cafe. I'm going to the jewelry right now.
Excellent.
And I shall pop the two players who are here down myself. So, it's a very small room on the outside, or on the inside of Stella. You walk the long. Sorry, let me take a step back here. You walk through Saul, You walk through Saul. Saul is a buzzing hub of activity, even this early in the morning, as Terran night shift scientists go about their business and gear up to take their rests, and the morning shift steps in and starts working on the labs. More than a few people walk down the stairs towards the bottom of the Soul module and head into the even more secretive labs they keep in the basement. Walking through Soul, you don't interact with all that many people. People are generally busy with their heads down and their hands in their work. And then you walk the long corridor from Soul to Stella. It is quite arduous if you're not traveling via the conveyor belt that they do have. There's also a hydraulic package transference system in place that the working Joes can collect and package and deliver stuff that gets dropped in if it's small enough. But of course, the equipment that you need is not small enough. And once you get to Stella, your team splits up. 2 of you go to the north, to the garage, and you 2 head to the south, towards the Apollo unit and Working Joe garage. And here you are. Look at that. How convenient. So, this guy looks like it fell off the conveyor late last night. Seems like something must have resulted in this unit waking up.
So Angel, like as they were walking into this room, he's sort of like finishing a conversation that came in from when they were walking in the hallway. He's like, so yeah, if you can just give them another half hour of memory, that would save me a lot of time and a lot of Sharpies.
Looks like you're going to be fixing more than a few of these units, Jeremy.
Well, I think the ones, Angel, between you and me, it's only the ones in the canteen that've got the short memories.
Well then, some of these are just malfunctioning because they're stuff.
Again, it's your instructions. You're obviously not giving your instructions clearly enough.
Well, how much more clear can I say?
Pick
Pick something up and put it down. I mean, that's all I tell these guys to do.
And they're forgetting to do that. It means
they pick it up and then they just start wandering around with boxes. I gotta go tell them to put it down. So then I gotta write it on their sleeve, and I just say, "Look at your sleeve," and that's the order I give them. Look at your sleeve, and I say, "Pick up boxes, put them down."
I can reprogram them. That's not a problem.
I mean, they're gonna start charging me for these, Working Joe suits that I'm writing all over. It's not free to clean these things.
Well, okay. When I'm on my next downtime, I'll put on some of them like a wipeable sheen on their arms. So like a wet pen, you can wipe on it and then wipe it off and do it again.
Yeah, as long as it works, man. As long as it works, I'm cool.
Okay. My first job is I'm going to get a couple of these Working Joes and I'm going to adjust them and then send them down to Dr. G.
Right. So in order to do that, you'll probably have to interface with the Apollo unit that is overseeing all of them. Of course, this not being a space station or a ship, you don't have that standard Weyland-Yutani mother unit that they like to give the high class establishments such as this. But you do have an Apollo unit, which comes with your ordered package of Working Joes, obviously. This one, however, I would still mention is kind of languishing on the floor over here. Seemingly woke up mid refueling cycle and fell to the ground.
Okay, well let's have a look at this one. We'll see what's wrong with him.
Indeed. So let's see. You are give me a Comtech roll to determine if you can ascertain any novel information regarding the status of this languishing Working Joe.
And I can use my systems diagnostic device, presumably.
Damn straight you can. Absolutely.
So that gives me 2 extra dice.
Yeah.
I promise at some point somebody other than Dave will roll a die.
Sorry.
Marvelous.
Yeah, so 1 success.
Indeed. So apparently it heard, you can see that it was responding to an order that it received, or at least it thought it was.
Okay.
It was trying to, the last order that it received was go, go, go.
Okay. That order was given by who?
Registered scientist.
A registered scientist.
Yes, that's as specific as it gets. It also would say, though, that the time of this order happened not 30 minutes after the shipment arrived last night.
And was this one that was working on the shipment?
This was one that was intended to be recharging, but apparently the door opened at some point and it heard a command that it tried to respond to.
Ah.
It was active while it was recharging.
Okay. And the command... Is it possible that it's heard this and it thinks it's a command, but actually it's not?
Quite possible. It's been known to happen.
So it's heard go, 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 but it's possibly not relating to it.
Quite possible.
Okay. That's a bit odd. Angel, were you working on the shipment recently?
Angel's like, no, man, I was hauling out reflective shingles for the outside of the station while that thing was coming in. Had nothing to do with this. Sorry, man.
Hmm.
Indeed. No one is supposed to have come to the Stella module since the shipment arrived.
What's this guy's story?
He's hurt. I've got to make him better. Can I restore his systems? And obviously, I'm quite upset actually that he's hurt.
It looks like he fell and hurt himself too. There might be need for a mechanics roll here.
Hey, man, you want me to give a shot at that?
He kind of jerked around when he was trying to respond, and he definitely did some unintentional, glitchy movements that resulted in his own hurt. Yeah,
Angel, you're probably better. But let me tell you what to do when you're doing it, and presumably I can give him a dice of help with that.
You absolutely can. Yes.
Like, yeah, man, his leg don't.
I'm fussing. It's like careful. Don't be careful with that. Don't hurt him anymore. Being really irritating.
So Angel's gonna go start to set his limbs back in the correct position. So
give me a mechanics plus, or yes, heavy machinery +1.
All right. I don't know if I can get my +2 for my cutting torch. Can I use the cutting torch in this situation?
No, you're not using the cutting torch on my.
No, I lift it up to Jeremy.
No way. No.
I'll just do it the old-fashioned way.
I will know. There is like a working Joe like surgery bay like right here. If you can haul him up on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
That might offer some assistance.
Indeed, you could probably get a +1 from that little workbench over there.
All right. Hey, Jeremy, give me a hand. I'll string him up over on the workbench, and I can get a better look at him.
Gently.
So with the two of your forces combined, you lift the surprisingly light but grossly plastic or rubbery working Joe onto the workbench, and by surprisingly light I mean just a little bit less heavy than a human should be, but you know how strong they are, so it is disconcerting nonetheless. You place the working Joe gently onto the workbench, and you get to it. So roll me that heavy machinery, please.
With a total +2?
Indeed. +2. Excellent.
2 success.
That is a functional working Joe. You even managed to polish the rubber exterior just a little bit so it shines more than the other working Joes.
I don't know if Jeremy likes it, but Angel's like spitting on him and rubbing it with his sleeve, like shine his cranium.
I don't know, how would Jeremy feel about that?
I say it's okay. We've got the ointment here. Use this. Don't spit on him.
Hey man, spit shine. It's cheap. We don't have to reorder spit. We just make it ourselves.
I'm gonna use the little swab and that and fixed where Adrian's spitting.
Amazing. So I don't want to ascribe anything though. Did you have any other intentions with that extra success there, Angel?
I'm gonna use that. Can I sort of use that as sort of an observation while I'm working on him to see if there's anything else mechanically wrong, out of the ordinary, like stuff that show like forensically?
Absolutely. So, this is a fully functional working Joe. Absolutely normal, ordinary, and otherwise indescript. It just so happened to have jerked around. Maybe its servos are a little bit off kilter, but then again, these are old working Joes. All of their servos are just a little bit jerky. Do we think the damage it got came from falling off the conveyor? Yes, it was completely self-inflicted.
Right.
It was trying to do its job, and it was restrained by its own recharging cable.
There you go, man. Right as brain.
Still wonder where this go order came from.
Yeah, it's from registered scientists. Nothing further.
I'm not really an authority on order given, but that sounds like a stupid order to me.
It's not very, it's not very specific, is it? Really? I mean, if you're going to give an order like that to a working Joe, what do you expect? They're not going to do what you want. It's just ridiculous. People just disrespect these working Joes. It's just not. Humans are just idiots.
That's why I love my work. I just got to look at machines all day. I don't have to talk to people.
On the subject of not talking to people, Jeremy, the Apollo unit is calling.
Okay.
It's not actually calling, but like it is there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I got that. Okay, yeah, I'll go in and quickly do what I need to do to reprogram 3 of the working Joes to.
This will be a Comtech. No bonuses aside from those from your handy dandy wand.
The operations probe.
Yes, the operations probe, indeed.
Okay. Contact.
Copy on in. Sit down. Nice leather chair has been moved into the Apollo. And
I don't care about any of that really. It's just just a chair. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now those are some stunts, my friend. Care to do a little bit further than your intentions?
So I think obviously Angel can't hear any of this. So I'm going to be enhancing the recording facility and making it more concealed. So if anybody were to look at them, they wouldn't be able to tell what the Joe was doing.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
I think that'll probably do. And then the Joes are definitely just going to return to me for maintenance immediately when they're finished.
Perfect. Excellent work.
Successes.
Now, if you would be so kind as to give these 3 names for me. Lee, I trust you've got the naming stuff.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie, obviously.
Marvelous. Lee, let's pop out Huey, Dewey, and Louie, shall we?
Nice. And is that including the one slabbed up on the table, or?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Save yourself the work of going through all that nameplate altering business. So, while Huey and Dewey and Louie are brought online, and Angel is waiting patiently for you to emerge from the Apollo unit, across the way, and down the row a little bit, or up the row, I should say, we have our lovely second team, who is going to be working the Dai Hotai. Woof, that's a fun job. Let me plop y'all in the garage. Lee, SS Garage.
Lee, have you ever driven one of these things?
You guys are the only people who are.
As I said for the last time, no. Constantly and asking me for the past 30 minutes as we're heading over here if I know how to drive, and I said no.
I just wanted to make sure that you know you didn't. Just double checking is all.
Marvelous.
Listen, I
Why
have...
do I get the hypochondriac?
This is gonna be my sunrise, you know, and you know, I had to drive it once before, but it's been a while.
Yes. Well, you know what? Just go in a straight line. You'll be fine.
It is
Now,
a
do we
fairly
gotta
straight
go-
line.
Yeah. Might have to do a turn. That might be the most toughest thing all day. Guess what? It'll be fine. We gotta load the stuff on the back of this thing.
Yes. So there's Lee. Can I get a crate or something? Drop
Hell
right
yeah.
there? Yeah. So you guys have to load. Actually, you know what? You guys don't have to load it by hand though. You can load it in style. What's your favorite color, Lee and Sandy?
Or
All right. Let's go in. Those are. There's no in between orange and blue. Damn it.
Well, that's because orange isn't the primary color, isn't it?
All right. Whatever. You guys get the silver one.
something more exciting than a primary color, Lee?
Yes, you don't have to do it by hand. You've got a power loader, motherfucker.
Yeah, and I'm the only one rated to use it because I got heavy machinery.
That you are, my friend. So, let's see
Okay,
that heavy
okay,
machinery.
Mr. Cool, I've used a power loader before also.
You know what? Shut up and pop the trunk.
Sandy, I take it you go into the driver's seat?
After popping the trunk, of course.
The button is in the driver's seat.
The button's in the driver's seat. Marvelous.
I'm assuming this is a concept success here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Pops
Jesus,
the crate
I'm not
in.
gonna make them. This is Alien RPG. You don't roll for everything. You pop the trunk.
Good.
Also,
this is like,
please.
you guys know how to load luggage. Give me a load luggage check.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for this either. This is a complete concept success. You moved the thing. This is like that scene in the beginning of Aliens where Ripley's just like, I can actually do this, and everybody's like, oh cool, you can do this, and they're like, oh yeah, you did it. It's that scene. You did the thing.
But even if it takes like slightly longer than it should, Sandy's gonna go outside and make sure he's gonna kind of oversee.
Lee, are you sure maybe you should try moving it this way first and then rotating it at maybe 42 degrees.
Marvelous.
Why don't you take your breathalyzer thing? You know, that thing you use for like your asthma.
That's not a bad idea. He should
Takes a big puff of his inhaler.
Amazing. All right.
God, it's like working with Woody Allen.
Woody Allen takes offense to this. All right, so you pop the trunk, you drop the luggage in, you arrange it just right, you're finished with the power loader, so the power loader goes back on its station over here, which is not clearly delineated, but, I just dropped it 5 seconds ago, so cut me a break. And, yeah, you guys are in the Dai Hotai. So now I will make you roll for this, since you are all two of you quite untrained for this sort of business. Let's get a piloting roll from Sandy. I'm assuming you're driving. You mentioned.
Oh yes, I'm driving.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm setting up the Christmas music in the radio.
Oh, it's killing me that I don't have Christmas music. Give me like 2 seconds here. You guys.
Hey, I've got some. We got some Christmas music. Yeah, you pump on this track.
Wait, do you actually have?
I'm playing Gregorian chants.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
Yes, by Carly Rae Jepsen, Gregorian chants.
Oh yeah, baby. I remember how to do this now.
Good.
Marvelous. Here, Lee, can I send you a YouTube video and can you do the thing?
Are you? We've been getting hit mad on the thing. So how are you certain that this is royalty free?
It is literally royalty free music in the very beginning of the word. You got.
Okay.
You got it.
Bear in mind,
All
people
right.
will put up things that like, but it's not a popular song, right? Because people will lie.
Nope, it's not a
Okay.
popular song. Don't worry.
All right, slide that in my DMs.
I just did.
It's fine. Don't worry.
All right.
Especially
Yeah.
if you're playing because that stuff gets DCMA. But yeah, we're heading over.
Sandy, how that works just like the back of your hand. You definitely got this on lock. So, you manage to do the thing, and you find yourselves in an almost identical, minus the loader, similar garage by the end of the tour. But let me. I keep doing this where I don't describe the journey, only the location. The garage door opens. Outside, the heat is red and blistering. You can feel it even within the Daihotai, with the AC blasting at full. It strains to keep up with the oppressive heat of the outdoor as you look through the window and you can see just a sliver of red through the atmosphere. Sliver of red turning orange, which you know will then turn yellow and then white as the full heat of the day slowly approaches. You have weeks before it's at full. But the heat is rising. It's hot now, and it'll be hotter later, as the sun begins to rise on a new dawn on planet Swan Air Hong.
Going to be quite beautiful, Lee. My second day here, did I mention to you?
Indeed. It will be quite beautiful. If you do your jobs right and it doesn't incinerate you first. Because the Sun Terminator is quite aptly named, because it can easily terminate life with its oppressive heat. Terminator, of course, referring to the location on a planet at which the sun is not quite shining full light. The Twilight Zone, if you will. Haha. Astronomy, motherfuckers.
Yes.
Indeed. So, as Lee tries desperately to get some Christmas music on for this ride, failing to do so in time.
No worries, we're almost there.
It's literally just my laptop can't upload and download fast enough.
That's fine. You guys do arrive. You know what? There's a tower. There's a tower in Stella called the Comms Tower, aptly named. And it is probably blasting some thematic music as well. So don't worry. You guys will hear it later.
Non-denominational music. It's corporate music.
Some corporate synthwave, which has sleigh bells involved, because it's non-denominational and winter-themed. So, after getting the Daihotai here, there's the nasty business of taking out the crate without a heavy loader. And it takes some time, but I'll give you a concept success on it. You managed to take out the crate, put it in the right places. You guys are now all in the Luna module, right? course, because you went from Stella to Luna through those doors and across the barren landscape. Into here, you drop off the boxes, and then it is time to go back because you can't leave the Daihotai tractor here.
Well,
And
make
also-
it so. Let's get going.
Gotta
Maybe
pick up
that's-
your friend. So I'm gonna make you roll another piloting check because even though this is Alien RPG and you're not supposed to make people roll all that very much, you're just not trained to pilot. If you were a pilot, I wouldn't make you roll even once. But you're a friggin' scientific officer, so enjoy this Christmas music.
Lee, I'm losing control here a little bit. Hold on 1 second. Let me try something.
Do you want to stress?
Well,
Oh no.
Push it. Okay, I got it. I've got it. It's
Yes, I think he can
We're
spend
good.
that extra stunt and never have to do it ever again.
I was gonna suggest that, but I didn't want to be too overbearing. What do you use that extra stunt for?
You know what? It's all coming back to me now. I feel really good about this. I don't think I'm gonna have any more issues driving this thing, Lee.
Okay, let's get back. I'm sure they're done messing around with their Joes.
Indeed. You arrive back in the previous location. The lifter is, of course, there. I removed it for the other one, but, all these garages look the same at the end of the day. So, I think we're done with the Christmas music. It's going to give me ear trauma.
amazing.
I have to listen to it at work. It's not fun. All right, so you guys pop off into the garage. And your work here is done. And you group up with the other team, and now there are 3 working Joes alongside the other team. How interesting. I'm sure that'll resolve itself. Let me grab our Huey and Dewey real quick. Add you to the party. Oh, very important note that I completely forgot because I was so involved in everything else. Actually, I'm gonna hold on.
Wait, are they
Let's go
meeting?
back to the garage.
Are they meeting in the garage? Oh, yeah.
Let's go back to the garage. So, Dinkelmeyer, when you went to pilot the Daihotai, you noticed something strange. It had recently been refueled and had been registering a user from last shift. No one is meant to have used the Daihotai tractor until now. For several shifts.
Lee, you might wanna look at this. It looks like somebody else drove this already. You want to try to?
Well,
Can you get it?
Yeah. And I noticed they topped off the fuel.
They topped off the fuel.
Look at this. I mean, they may have taken it, but they weren't an asshole about it.
Marvelous.
Okay, yeah, but no one's supposed to have taken this. If they topped it off, that means they were trying to hide their
Are there
track.
cameras in here? Look around, Sandy. You want to look at the fucking cameras?
I'm trying to fucking drive right now. I need to.
There are no cameras in either the garages, but there are cameras nicely placed around the facility. If you were in the monitoring room, you would probably have a better chance of seeing what's
Want to
going
go
on.
check it out and see about that? Because all you got is basically someone logged in, and they were nice enough to tip off the fuel. Imagine if they didn't. We'd be outside.
Okay. Well,
We love to see it, folks.
protocol says, Lee, that's not a thing, and that shouldn't be happening. So I'm gonna look into this.
All right, so we have our agendas then. So let me and grab you guys as well, and we've got our growing cast characters. So let's move on to the overview map real quick. What is next for our motley crew? I'm assuming you all meet together in the corridor, which I'm realizing now I'm fairly remiss at not having mapped. So, you guys are all in the corridor, leading from Stella to Soul. And you've got a crew of working Joes with you.
Yeah, so we got two choices. They either line the walls with asbestos or go downstairs and get it volcanic ready.
Indeed.
I've been outside earlier this week, so down in the dungeons works fine for me.
To the dungeons, everyone?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to rather go downstairs. Don't want to really deal with that heat right now.
Okay, I'm going to send Huey and Dewey off to Dr. G, and Louis can stay with us.
All right.
So I want obviously them to go and help the doctor earn her bonus.
Indeed. So,
the working Joe is always here to help. And then there's
yes. Here, let me give you Dr. Shi again for a second. So, Dr. Shi says, "Thank you." And you meant it when you said you weren't going to put that in the registers, right? We'd get in so much freaking trouble from the good Dr. Watanuki if you found out. Abigail, not so much. She's on the same page with us, but Dr. Watanuki, ugh, that guy gives me the creeps. Doesn't give a shit about us.
Dr. Watanuki won't find anything out about this. This is totally off the books. Don't worry. I've got it all under control.
Yeah, she thanks you again and gives you like a little salute and says, "Money's the only thing that matters in life," and walks off.
Well, and robots.
Sure, why not? She pieces out, Huey and Dewey alongside her. You've got the five of you now together. It's time to go see the tunnels. So let me share to you exactly where you're going to be going. After returning from Stella, doing the work that you had to do, you will note on your map that at the very bottom in 13, there is a staircase leading down into the dungeons where there very well may be trolls. But this facility was built over top of a naturally occurring geothermal shaft, if you will. Magma comes and goes on this planet. It's a very barren and inhospitable place, but the tunnels underneath, much like on Mercury or Mars, are a little bit more sustainable, a little bit more habitable. So this facility was built over top of them for a reason. That reason being the labs that are immediately underneath the primary level of Soul are very well cushioned and very well obscured from the eyes of those above. So that's where the stuff that you guys aren't intended to see typically goes on. In fact, you probably see Huey and Dewey walking down there with Dr. Shi already, just a little bit ahead of you. That said, in addition to labs subterranean, there are also vents naturally occurring that you have to tend to and ensure that their magma does not reach the very, very important laboratory facilities. Dr. Shi, of course, mentioned, or Dr. Abigail Turner this morning mentioned, of course, that people are down there at all hours of the day. Working hard, not hardly working. So you step down the stairs, you pass through the long corridor of doors that you're not allowed to go through, and eventually you find yourselves in a large tunnel system naturally occurring beneath the planet's crust. Let's move on to the tunnels.
Oh yeah, secret, openly known about tunnel at a secret location beneath the surface of the planet. Formed by magma moving around as a consequence of volcanic activity. Agitated
Is this what we
often.
sing
Yeah.
every time we come down
Of
here?
course, it's actually it's the tunnel song that helps keep you all in pace and in step to avoid it. Yeah, you see, there's safety tape and little lamps set up around dangerous falls.
AKA,
Really,
Why don't we
truly-
like tie a box of Tums and just do that to calm the magma?
not sure that would work perfectly, but good question here. Who is carrying, or what is carrying, the equipment that you gathered from Stella? Come down here with.
It's probably going to be me with my high beam flashlight and maintenance jack. I'll probably have one of the only droid with us. Is anyone else going to carry things? I don't think Sandy's going to. He's too nervous.
I carry stuff.
actually,
the
I
equipment-
pick things up. I put them down.
All right, there's 2 equipment crates. Both are movable by all.
Marvelous.
I think
Look at that.
Louis should be carrying one, presumably, seeing that's his job.
He's quite the
Okay.
lifter.
Indeed. Our lovely lifting a little bit there. And the other one's carried by Sean. Wonderful, wonderful.
Do
So
we,
you're-
do we need any kind of protective clothing down here? Is this going to get very hot?
It is hot, but you don't need protective clothing down here unless the vault door is malfunctioning. So you do actually you are able to tell me if you would like to be wearing protective clothing. All of the sun suits are in Stella, so you would probably want to tell me that right now if you were taking one, as opposed to the daytime, the nighttime or space suits, the MK-50s that are available freely in Luna.
I'm going to say is I'm not going to be wearing any because I just want to get this stuff quicker, and it's so slow.
Mm-hmm.
And I want it to get now instead of being like, oh, it's going to take like 3 times the time.
Sandy
say
would be
that-
wearing the most protective, heaviest duty suit possible.
Oh wait, sorry. So who's taking the sunsuit?
Sandy would.
Okay, Sandy, you're wearing a sunsuit, so you are at a -6 to mobility or
Safe and sorry.
-6.
I was being absolutely serious when I said these things will absolutely render you incapable of doing any mobility. I've actually looked this up, the silver suits that they wear when they're going into volcanoes and stuff. People hate them.
They also have to go into volcanoes too.
I mean, no, you
That'd be
guys
kinda
aren't.
nerve-wracking.
Pat, important question. Just keep in mind, we don't have a scheduled time to break for this slot, but just call that when you see it.
End at 8, and we started at 4:30. So how about 6:30 is our break time? Okay,
All
everybody?
right, I'll get the screen set up for that.
Marvelous.
Angel would have grabbed the Mark 50 because he's used to working in that, and he's thinking that there might be toxic fumes down here. He'd want to have a helmet to throw on real quick, but he doesn't like being bogged down by those sunsuits.
Okay, feel free to add the stats of the MK-50 for yourself. Or is it 40? I always forget.
I'm just going to get a breath mask in case there's lash. That's it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
breath
I'll do the
mask
same.
for free.
I'll get a respirator, yeah.
All right, wonderful. So I'm going to actually mark sun attire, and you've got night attire. Awesome. Everybody else has a respirator, so nobody's worried about toxic fumes necessarily. All right, so feel free to move yourselves across the board. You know for a fact that to the south lies the vault that you're searching for. You've been here before. You've come here maybe once a year under normal circumstances. Probably you will come here quite more often during the daytime to make sure that everything's operational. Yeah, so Lee, real quick, you passed this up, and that's absolutely fine that you did, but there's tons of equipment down here. Some of it looks a little bit more damaged than others.
Oh, God. Now you actually have to do work. What's wrong with it?
Well, so this piece of equipment in particular, really, it's not a normal malfunction. This part looks like it was brutalized by someone. They maybe took a bat to it, or It wouldn't be a bat, like a sharp piece of metal or something. It's like, this
Like some kind of wild animal.
Yeah, how curious. When you look closer, you see some scratch marks.
It may look like a wild animal to you if you've seen a wild animal, but probably to you it looks like somebody took a really sharp piece of metal and just jabbed at it, really trying to fuck it up.
What
Okay.
equipment is it? What are they trying to break?
This is a monitoring device intended to monitor the temperature in these tunnels to make sure that there's no magma coming through.
I'm gonna pull it open, see if the internals are fine.
All right. Give me a heavy machinery. This will serve for the rest of the experience, presumably.
Can I give him any help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonus to heavy machinery to the roll. So what's your?
Sandy can help also.
Sure.
So +2.
All right. +2. Ooh. What about that? You're not seeing any problems yet, but you know that there should be some. Oh, all right, excellent. And I'll tell you why you panicked too, but you keep it cool. All right. So you're looking on the inside of this machine, and it looks like everything should be working fine. It's just that a couple of kind of vital parts have been jogged out of the way when whatever struck this did. Looks more like a blunt, unfocused attack rather than something intended to specifically wound something. And then it kind of dawns on you. If somebody were intending to damage the equipment like this, and you don't see any rocks or anything that could have fallen and done the same damage, it strikes you that something intentional happened here. But if someone were intending to damage this, they would have done so in a way that mattered, in a way that actually resulted in dysfunction, presumably permanent dysfunction. This is not an act of intentional sabotage. This is just violence for the sake of violence, insofar as you can tell.
Right. Well, I basically screw back the cathode ray tubes. Or I'm like, okay, we're good to go. Great. There's something around here messing things up, meaning more work orders for us.
Are there any
Indeed.
other monitors down here, or do we need to fix that?
You passed a couple. This is the only one that you've seen so far that's damaged.
So it's not like we've got a looming magma problem. The others would have picked it up.
The others would have picked it up, indeed. And to the south, the biggest magma problem that you guys can see is hidden away behind this vault. And unfortunately, it looks like the area around the vault has seen better days. It's a good thing you went down here to check on this, because there is clearly some saboteur about the place.
Yeah, more importantly, look how hot it is. It's all red.
Oh yes, the door is not fully closed either. That's actually a problem.
Yeah. Well, good thing you got that thing, Santa. Go up ahead.
So
Yes, now you think it's a good idea. See,
you feel the heat of boiling metal and boiling rock behind this massive, thick vault door. Heat at temperatures so intense that even within your silvered suit, you can feel perspiration beginning to form along your arms and legs and everywhere else. You feel kind of happy that you chose to take the suit that was completely resistant to heat.
This isn't normal, is it?
No, this is indicative of a hot day to come, hotter than previous days. It might be summer and also day coinciding, resulting in abnormal volcanic activity to be sure, but also this vault door is not fully closed, so the heat is actually just coming in as it normally would at the moment.
Yeah. So, Sandy, look at that. I'm gonna go look at the console.
All right, Sandy, if you would like to tend to this in a manner that would close it, that would be a heavy machinery. If you want to tend to the console, that's going to be a contact.
Is it possible that anyone could give me some help here getting this closed?
Sean, I would say that your spacesuit pretty solidly conceals you from this heat. It's not so intense that it would damage your internals.
Thank goodness for that.
I'm staying out of the way if it's so hot.
So
Oh, yeah.
Angel's like, come on, let me get a crack at that.
Perhaps maybe you should take a. Maybe I should help you. Actually, I'm a little. I know what I'm doing, but you know.
Angel looks at his tool belt and looks at him. Gee, you think?
All right, let's have Angel roll with an assist from Sandy. So add a +1. Ramba's just like, I couldn't do it, so the console's busted.
Can I use my torch this time?
Yeah, I'll go to check to see if it's plugged in.
Yeah, no, you can
Turn
actually use
it on again.
you can use your torch this time. There's definitely some stuff that you might need to physically remove. Marvelous. All right. So with your torch, you do manage to push aside some heavy objects that were that were locked and jammed, making it impossible to fully shut the vault door. It looks like all of this is a new change, fairly recent. And you do manage to shut the vault down and seal off the exterior. Obviously, we'll still need that comtech to ensure that everything is in working proper order, and that none of those jammed pieces, are necessary to the function of the vault. But
was it machinery that was jamming it then, or was it rocks or something else entirely?
There was machinery that was jammed. It looks like this place has been assaulted by the same thing or person that came through and assaulted the console earlier.
Can I save one of those successes to do a fix on a similar thing later, if there is?
You certainly may.
I don't like the look of this, guys. Either there's somebody mad down here who's just going around smashing stuff up. This is, and down here, this is. If we hadn't come down here, then this could have been catastrophic.
It really could have been, yeah.
Bloody people again. I mean, we need to tell someone, make sure that they're stopped.
If someone's mad at management for not giving bonuses, this isn't the way to make it plain and simple. It just affects my job mostly.
Truly. Ramba, while you're over here in the console, you would see that a couple people came down here recently and registered their presence here. It seems like 2 people. I'm gonna forget their names. I mentioned them earlier. I believe one of them was Dr. Scott, at the very least, and it's beyond me what the other one was named. They're not important. 2 people came down here earlier, and it looks like they were attempting to conduct a series of experiments in private, and they wanted to. What was your contact? Oh, you failed the contact. Sorry, never mind. You just see that they registered their presence here.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
Lee, did you want an expert to have a look at that console?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, you're just standing around.
all right, so let's have Jeremy's role here.
Do I get to use my
You do. Yes.
my
Your diagnostic.
again?
Yeah, and I'll assist you. You get a +1 for me. Isn't that great? It's the holiday spirit.
Yeah. No. Let's see. Lee goes around and like unplugs and then plugs in something, and then he's like, "Look, it was unplugged the whole time."
I got 5 successes.
Oh, marvelous. Yeah, let's
Stone
go
City.
with at the very least, you find that this is so. First off, you fix it. The Comtech stuff is functional now. You find that there are some backup to the items that were torched earlier. That will serve perfectly well to keep the vault shut until you can come down and replace the torched items which were locked and completely unusable earlier. So after you ensure that this place is kind of fully functional, then you find some new information. 2 scientists came down here, registered their presence in the tunnels, and it looks like they were using this console to relay information to Dr. Abigail Turner. Status updates regarding the work that they were doing.
Can I get the content of those updates?
With 5 successes, I think you can. I will paraphrase.
And Louis is going to be looking as well. Going to be reading it.
Yes, I will paraphrase because it makes it easier for me. Essentially, they came down here and were working on something regarding the project specimen. They've collected a long line of data, and they're absolutely certain that if they are allowed to work with less restrictions and with less quarantine procedure in place, then they could absolutely find some way to make a breakthrough on the project specimen. That was their first relay from here. It looks like it was sent 2 days ago, and the response to that from Dr. Turner was, "Yes, do it. Do what must be done. I'm counting on you. Everything is at stake." And their response was, "Shall be done." Rather simply put. And the next relay was from last night. Project specimen acquired. Research underway. That's all.
Well, that's a fine. How do you do? Getting all this work done down here and messing up all our work.
Indeed. If anybody would like to, I'm not going to force you guys to, but if one of you wants to look around after any of this, I would not be averse.
Great.
Yeah, I think we ought to have a look around and see if they've done any more damage down here.
I guess we might have our culprits, Sandy.
These messages were to Dr. Turner, did you say, Pat?
Affirmative. Dr. Turner.
Well, maybe we should go and have a word with Dr. Turner about what's going on.
Didn't you give her like 2 of your robots?
That was Dr. G.
That was Dr.
That
G.
was Dr. G.
Yeah. I can't tell them apart. They're all wearing the same damn lab coat.
But I think they might be doing the same. You know, they wanted Dr. Turner to help to take charge, didn't they? So they could get things done.
Indeed. Yes.
I think we're getting off track here. I think we need to finish the job we came down here to do.
I hope my robot's safe.
Yeah. Guess what, Sandy? We need to go back and get more supplies to fix the door. We can't even finish the job we came down to do because guess what? We needed more than we expected.
We have to get these magma. We have to get these tunnels sealed, though. We don't have time to.
Yeah, we ought to check the rest of the tunnels.
Feel free. Move yourselves as you will. Please, I encourage.
This door and all that is fine, right? So I can just start going and continuing where.
Where you know. Mm-hmm.
So I can start using some of the equipment to make sure it's fine with Angel, and then as the rest start looking about.
Definitely.
Okay, Angel, let's just get this going so we can go do the other thing and make sure we all don't die.
That would be a good thing.
Let's get to it.
All right. Anybody who would like to roll me an observation, you can feel free to move about the map at your leisure.
Unicorn, you're getting new sightlines when you move forward, right? Because when I control LU, sometimes it will go black. So I don't know.
I'm quite good at observation.
Yeah.
My end's fine.
All right. As long as you're getting the feed.
Maybe
Jeremy. Not today.
Well, I'm feeling quite stressed by all this. I think I'm going to push that.
Well, why don't you?
How do I just click stress dice once to add a stress dice?
You knew. Pause your
Right.
movement for a sec. Pause your movement for a sec. Jeremy. So go into your character sheet and pop yourself up 1 stress. Then completely re-roll. That's how we push.
Yeah, cool.
It'll automatically add
Using
the
the
stress
roll.
dice.
Yeah, it's a really nice system.
Yep.
Woof. Oh, Jeremy. Striking out, I'm afraid. You're looking around, you're like, oof. There's some
I'm seeing things everywhere. I'm just seeing things jumping out of the shadows, and I'm like, it's not safe down here.
Meanwhile, Sandy, our intrepid explorer, by which I mean to say very trepid, very not explorer, sort of walks around in these naturally occurring magma-formed tunnels and looks around a corner, and wouldn't you know it, these heat suits have a little bit of a light to them, and you look around the corner and you see something abnormal. It's not the normal dark brown tunnel system that you're accustomed to. The floor, it shifts a little bit, and beneath that shifting, you see the machinations of man. Crates and do not pass signs, and beneath those, a little bit of running red. It's not magma. Something else. Red. Blood.
Lee.
I think you go up a thread. You see a dead body.
What is it, Sandy?
There's something over here. You guys, you might want to. Can you come help me, please?
I'll put you up that stress.
What is it? You found something? What is it? Spit it out. We're trying to fix the damn door.
There's someone's dead over here.
What do you mean dead?
Well, I mean they're laying there and there's blood, but
It's not a working Joe, is it?
Oh yes, there might be a dead body, and all you care about, Jeremy, is if it's a working show.
Does anyone here got medical training? Maybe they're not dead. Maybe they're just bleeding.
I don't know. Hey, Sandy, why don't you get a stick and poke him? See if he's still alive.
You know, I actually do have a little bit of medical training, but can someone come help me, please?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I'll send Louis to go with him.
Yeah. All right, you go.
See if he can help.
I will grant also vision from Louis.
I'm moving guys into the place. So as soon as you get there, you find that it's more than one dead body. There are 3 brutalized corpses in here. The one that you saw, blood is running fresh. The others, cold. Looks like it happened sometime last night. Roll me a medicine check if you would.
And he starts. He removes his helmet and starts giving him CPR.
Oh god!
Is
Give
this
me a medicine.
wait, Pat, is this a breathable environment?
It's not easily breathable, but I would probably have you roll survival if you take your helmet off.
Stamina.
Well, first,
Stamina, sorry.
Andy takes his helmet off.
Alright, roll
He's
me a
gonna go
stamina.
to give CPR to a dead corpse. This is
Wait,
what he
but
does.
watch that though.
He said-
Woo! I did mean stamina, sorry.
I can do that again.
But your
I'll keep
your
your-
survival senses are tingling.
Indeed. You know
Maybe
that
I shouldn't have taken my helmet off.
Ooh, there we go. Look at that. All right.
Then I,
Marvelous.
oh, did I get a panic?
You did.
Great.
So you're feeling fine, and yeah, you're feeling really fine. Aside from the stress of seeing a body, multiple bodies, you're pretty confident in your ability to continue breathing as normal. Now let's see that medical aid. Itemize 1 if you're actually trying to resuscitate this person.
What I think that's all his medical knowledge.
So actually, I have a point in medical aid. My base, not so great.
Yeah, you know what? You do mouth to mouth and everything, and now you're covered in blood. But this person does not seem to have woken up.
There's one more thing I can try. There's one more thing I can try.
Just notice that the working Joe doesn't judge you.
Oh god, I don't think this is gonna work.
Yeah, whatever you do next, it does not seem to work, and you're completely soaked in red blood. It looks like it happened this morning. You almost feel well, you can't feel any warmth, except on your face where you touched this person. It looks like it happened very recently, this brutalizing. You must have just missed the culprit, and it certainly couldn't have been the 2 lab techs over here, one of whom's nameplate shines in the darkness from your illumination from your helmet that you placed down. It says Dr. Scott. Looks like they were placing down lab research equipment here so as to study something. There's broken glass, indications of violence.
Oh god.
Same splash marks that you saw earlier on the console.
Sandy's gonna start running away with his -6 mobility in this suit.
I'm going to say, Jeremy.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. If he has no dice, he just automatically fails. So he falls forward like a R2-D2.
You actually have one. You have one dice at all times.
Minimum base 1.
Minimum base 1. Yes. So feel free to give me that 1 dice of mobility with 3 stress. You might actually pass. Jeremy, are you looking at something that would tell you what Lewis is seeing, or
Yeah,
are we
I
gonna have
think
to
so. Yeah, I think I want to.
roll 1 more d6 for me, Sandy?
Oh, interesting. I literally typed in a -6 modifier because I kind of wanted to see what it would do, and it just took it all away.
It takes it all away, yeah. Jeremy, you're looking at the scene. Go up a stress yourself. You've seen a dead body, and this is all very disconcerting. There's violence everywhere, but I would give you the opportunity to make an observation check if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, I will give that a try.
Okay, Sandy, you managed to successfully run away from the scene of the crime. You're hastily rushing out from the tunnels, covered in blood. Everybody sees this. Everybody goes up with stress, except for Jeremy. You've already gone up your stress.
Okay,
Wow. Bollocks.
Oh, there's shadows. There's shadows. It's not dust, guys. There's things in there. Nobody, come back.
What the hell do you put your mouth on, Sandy? You're all covered in crap.
There's
Oh
more
my
than
God.
one body.
There is a dead body, and he decided to kiss it.
I was trying to save his life, actually, Lee. I don't know if you would have done the same.
Amazing.
No, I don't have to do that to cop a feel.
This isn't time for your jokes, Lee. People are dead down here.
Yeah, there's dead bodies here, and we're almost done, right, Angel? So we're gonna go up, let them know there's a couple of dead cadavers. Because guess what? We're not part of the mortuary team.
Sounds good to me.
Did I see? Even though I failed my roll, did I see some of the equipment and stuff broken in the same way that Sandy did?
Yes, you did.
No.
You saw everything that Sandy did. I would let you re-roll if you wanted to. Push it, I mean. You don't have to.
I don't think you can push when you've had a. Oh no, I haven't. Have I? Of course.
No, you haven't.
I'll definitely push that. Yeah, sorry, my mistake. Yeah.
No problem.
Just seeing the dice there. Right. Okay.
This comes up in panic. You can always push it. I love when people push it. All right, that is 1 panic. So hit that panic button and you think, "Woo!"
Oh no!
Oh, is that the Heckin' Dropperino?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy, you're looking over the data on presumably some. Yeah, sorry. Let's. It is the drop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jeremy, you're looking over the data that the Louis module or that Louis brought you, and as he turned around and focused in on the bodies of the older deceased cadavers in this room, Louis noticed some things that Sandy did not. Namely, the fresh corpse was eviscerated violently, console-like, right? You saw the way that the console was, violence for violence sake. Disgusted you, especially at robotics. This time it was directed at a person, so maybe it didn't matter quite as much. But as soon as Louis turned around to see the old bodies, there was something about them that was absolutely different. They did not die of evisceration. They did not die from a violent act of external force. Something internal to them resulted in their eruption, and thereafter, their status as deceased. Something burst forth from within them, causing them to gush blood all over.
I'm stood there looking at this little console, whatever it is, little handheld thing that I've got. I guess my fingers just go weak when I see all of that, and I just drop that, I guess.
Yeah, you drop it on the floor. Roll me 1d6. You can, if you would like, you can use you can /roll. Yeah, 1d6. All right, perfect. I'm afraid you drop it, and it shatters on the floor.
Oh no.
It's going to take heavy machinery and probably a whole bunch of extra parts that you don't have on hand to fix this thing. You're not going to be able to use Louis as your eyes and ears, as you have done in this instance again.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try and pick up the bits and pieces, and we can't leave them like that. And I'm gonna walk down here, telling Louis to come with me.
Jeremy, get back here. We're going up. This is beyond us. I am not going to be carrying around dead bodies.
Is there anything you'd like to do, Jeremy, while you're down here looking at the bodies?
I think I want Louis to look at everything.
All right.
I'm going to cower back here, and Louis can go in and just have a really good look.
Louis moves around. I'm going to say, because you got two obs on your observation, there was something weird and tan behind these crates that did not strike you as part of a human body, but also didn't look too dissimilar to a human body part. It's right around here.
I want Louis to gain as much information as he can from...
Yeah, Louis thoroughly inspects them, but I'm not going to tell you what Louis sees until you get a chance to deep dive into Louis' mind.
Right, okay.
Unless you want to go there yourself.
Is it obvious that Louis is looking at something that's a bit unusual?
Yes. Louis is definitely looking at two distinct things right here and right here.
Yeah, okay. I think given my circumstances, I am going to try and tiptoe across and just look over the top at whatever's in the way, just to try and peek over at what's...
It looks like some sort of strange spider or crab or some sort of alien species that you've never quite seen or heard of, but looks like human hands almost formed together. The face
is it moving?
Completely inert. It looks like it fell over and
guys,
desiccated itself here.
Weird shit going on down here.
That's why we're up here.
Is there?
Hey, we're gonna be leaving soon, Jeremy. If you want to come with us, you better catch up.
They look like this.
All right, we're all done French kissing cadavers. Let's get out of here.
I'm gonna tell Louis to pick it up and put it in something, but I'm gonna do it quietly so the others can't hear.
Louis looks around and says, something not found.
Put it in a bag. Or is there a bag or a box or something?
There are some crates and pieces of equipment here. They're
Yeah, a
covered in
little
blood.
crate. Oh, yeah. Oh.
You can have them put them in a little crate with blood. All right. So Louis is carrying.
We'll do that for now because we want to get out of here. Yeah.
Marvelous.
I don't want to be down here on my own. That's for sure.
Yeah. So Louis is now carrying the specimen in a crate of blood, and you guys all reconvene in the tunnels, having seen what you've seen, observed what you've observed, and with a clear agenda as we go forward to the break.
Yeah, all right, awesome. Thank you all for coming out. Please be sure to check out the Effekt podcast. They do all sorts of games by Free League, including Alien RPG. Dave here literally wrote the Acid Splash rules, so he's got his handle on some Alien RPG concepts. We highly endorse the Effekt podcast for fans of proficient play and demonstrations of the game and just a rollicking good time. Also, bees. If we have anybody who's a fan of apiaries, you're in for a treat if you check out some of Dave's gaming.
Oh my god, amazing. Yeah, no, so we're going to be going for 10 minutes. The audio will be live, but our faces will be not. So, see you guys in a few. Feel free to advertise yourselves or talk amongst yourselves. We'll be right back.
I feel rather self-serving if I just mention my podcast now.
By all means, no. I mean, like you could just
You should mention your podcast.
Yeah, no, throw it out. Also, you're free to drop the link in the chat. It's we've turned off the bot's automatic zapper.
Cool. So yeah, I do a entertainment news and reviews podcast. It's called Dad Hat Entertainment News and Reviews, and
Very nice.
I'll pop a link in, and you can just search it in any of the major podcast providers.
Very nice. Cool. God, I should call this podcast night. Missed opportunities. Next time, I'll be right back.
I had a little panic in the middle of that session there when the door to my little room here, the handle broke, so I couldn't get in or out. So I had to take the door thing off, the whole handle off, whilst you guys were riding around in the tractor.
You made a successful heavy machinery roll.
I did, yeah. It was close to being a force roll, just kicking the damn thing. But
you start hearing you panicking in the background.
Yeah.
Before I forget, I better go do my stuff.
Bees. Yeah, pop another ad out in my Twitter zone. We don't normally run at this time, so it's just been trying to get people to know that we're streaming as opposed to 30 minutes after we'll be ending. I need to put a Facebook message.
How much time do we have left?
I think we're good until 5 after 40, so 6:45. I'm making some advertisement. There we are. Yeah.
Yep, back.
All right, excellent. I think we're. I'll go when Lee says we're good to go. Lee is the camera person of this regiment. Après tout. There we go.
Hopefully he comes back.
Yes, I'm sure he will. I see him hovering around in the background.
A capo soup, indeed.
All right, Lee, whenever you say we're ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I see one more minute on the clock, and I don't know if everyone's quite back yet, so I figure we just run it out 30 more seconds or whatever, whenever my PC clock kicks over to, yeah.
All right. Show of hands, everybody but Lee, say aye.
Ramba just said BRB.
All right.
Oh, Ramba's being RB.
What do you mean? That was when we started.
Oh, wow, I'm an idiot. Never mind. I thought that popped up. My bad.
All right, cool.
No,
cool.
it's fine. I think you can actually timestamp roll 20, which is crazy.
All right. So, you've all seen a rather traumatic event transpire. Well, actually, sorry. You've all seen the repercussion of a traumatic event that presumably transpired a while ago. Louis walks out carrying, Louis the synth, of course, walks out of the tunnels carrying a blood-splattered crate, followed by Jeremy, who is visibly shaking at the revelations that he has observed. I'm assuming you all kind of quickly leave the tunnel system below the facility and return to the facility proper once more.
Yeah, let's go. Let's just get away from here unless you guys want to look for more dead bodies.
Indeed. There's definitely signs now that you're looking for them of violence having transpired, blood splatters here and there, a little bit of slashing.
Is this still in the tunnels? All right.
Yes. Well, as you're moving out, but you notice a little bit of red blood splattered on the stairs as you're leaving. Looks like it's fresh, but unrelated to the violence further down. You know for a fact that everybody who perished is still there, insofar as you're aware.
What the hell's going on here?
Keep moving. Last thing I want to do is end up like them.
So you managed to get yourselves to the main floor of the facility. Where do you go next? You're at 13. What's your game plan here?
We need to track down someone in authority, I think. I mean, where's Turner or Watanuki?
Watanuki and Turner are probably both in their offices, listed as one right adjacent to the 2 Terra.
Guess we'll go let them know.
I'm going to order Louis to go straight back to the working day maintenance.
Sandy.
Noted.
I'm going to need you to actually look at the camera footage. So head over there and check out, see if these 2 cadavers you found were basically those people.
Camera footage would be stored in the the monitoring room over here at 5. So, everybody but Sandy, I'm assuming Sandy consents to this departure.
Yes, I tried
Okay. Everybody but Sandy goes to confront one or the other. The mayor or the or sorry, not the mayor. What am I saying? The project manager or the sub manager.
Is Watanaki effectively in charge of the whole facility because of
Yes, he should be.
experiments? Right. Okay.
Angel looks
There
at
we
Lee.
go. It has to be a bloody mess.
Hey, Lee, put it on a duty roster to put in some freaking panic buttons around here.
You know, they cut our bonus. You know what would be very better? If they actually have lifestyle monitors so that when something like this happens, security can respond and not us. It's their job, not us.
Do we even have security on base right now?
Not. I mean, so Watanuki definitely has a couple people that are on the scientific staff that he refers to as those who would help in cases of security, but they're not really security officers. He
They at least
definitely
don't
has
put
some
the gun,
agency.
right? They don't point the gun at themselves. Look down the barrel.
Yeah. There's not that much by the way of guns here, as far as you're aware, unless they brought it in with them when they came. So there are 2 doors before you. One is open, one is closed. The open door, you know, to belong to Watanuki. The closed door, you know, to belong to Dr. Abigail Turner. Which
I'd
do you
say we
choose?
hit the head honcho.
Yeah, let's go ask the boss. Let's go.
All right. How would you progress?
I don't know. I mean, Jeremy
Really?
has this
Go up
creepy
front.
bad box here. You want to show the boss what's in it?
Oh, Jeremy doesn't have the box. The box was on the synth that is no longer with you.
Oh, God. You know what? Jeremy's that company guy. He can talk shop with her.
I can. Yeah.
All right. So
I can try.
Jeremy walks up front, Angel behind, and Lee following suit. And you guys all walk into the office of Dr. Watanuki, who is currently on the phone with somebody. And he looks you over and he says, One second. What do you mean the lab has been tracked? Who was in there last? No, Look at the logs. Everybody who comes into there, it wasn't registered. All right. Well, I'll figure something out. I've got the maintenance staff in here. Actually, I'll talk to them about it. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I will call you back. Same line. I will call you back when I finish this conversation. All right. Yeah, yes. I'll see to it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Hi. Sorry about that. Phone's been buzzing all day.
They're complaining about missing staff or something?
Well, I've been complaining about the missing staff for a couple days now. I haven't seen Dr. Scott or, Dr. Scott's partner in quite some time. Oh, my goodness. And not to mention now the person I sent after them is just nowhere to be found. And now there's worries about somebody cluttering up the lab rooms. And God.
Oh, wait.
How's your morning been?
Was the person that sent in was Malcolm? The first cadaver we saw. Did we get a name?
You didn't get a name, but let's just so Dr. Suki was that person's name.
Okay, yeah. Was it Dr. Suki?
Dr. Suki, yes. I sent him to look for them. I told him probably the maintenance shafts or the tunnel shafts downstairs.
We got bad news. They're dead.
Sorry. I think I heard you wrong. What?
Yeah, they're dead. Ripped apart by what seems to be like some sort of like a violent thing.
What?
Yeah, don't worry. Sandy tried to give CPR to Suki, but failed.
What?
Yeah, you got a tunnel full of dead science quacks.
Full of what?
What have you been doing here, Doctor? What's happening? I'm gonna give him a gentle slap on the cheek, as if I was like trying to bring a glitchy working Joe round.
He comes too, much like a working Joe would. And he looks you straight in the eye and he says, "Oh, God. Assuming you're not lying and you have no reason to. This is a problem. This is a huge problem. How could security have been breached? I've done so much. We've been following the quarantine protocols to the letter. Oh, God.
Does he have
Doc, for God's sake, Doc. It's one thing. They apparently were doing some sort of experiments on their own.
On their own? What do you mean on their own?
Yeah, they took our tractor, move it around, logged last night, and then they were doing stuff downstairs last night, too.
Shipment. No. The specimen! No!
What specimen?
The specimen that was supposed to arrive last night! He puts his hands on his desk, and he's not even talking to you at this point. He's talking to himself. They don't send us the eggs. They only send us the inoculated specimens. They must have taken the specimen.
You're not making much sense. You ought to go to medical.
Eggs?
They don't send us the eggs. Only the specimens when they've been inoculated.
Angel, do you even understand any of this stuff?
No.
The inoculated specimens.
Does he have a computer console on his desk?
He does. He's not guarding it. He's having a mental breakdown. You can see it in his eyes.
Guys, let me have a look on his computer, see if we can find out anything. Bear with me a moment.
As you do this, you see he's probably going behind, and so he kind of reels, right? And he moves, and he finds himself at one of his portraits, and he looks up at the portrait, and he sees himself staring down at himself, and he presses some buttons on the side of the portrait. But that's that's all you see of that. Contact roll.
Yeah. And I hope the doc isn't setting up to just escape and leave us here.
Marvelous. So that is a very good Comtech. You break into a system. He was actively using it, so you don't even have to like password on and off the computer. What are you looking for? You're right.
I want basically any information about quarantine specimen,
Right.
what they're trying to do, what the risk is, and I want to download that onto a disk or.
Indeed, there's too much for you to look at all at once, but I will say that you get all of it downloaded on the disk. Let me give you the nitty gritty. They're experimenting on a xenobiological life form here.
I'll read this out to the guys as I'm going down it.
Oh yeah. So basically, the gist of the matter is you see neurological integration as listed as the project that he's working on, but it seems to be neurological integration with a xenobiological specimen. It's very strange stuff. You don't necessarily catch a glimpse of it. And as you get all this downloaded, you see him pulling out from a vault behind the portrait a revolver.
I'm not getting a map at the moment, guys. I'm not sure what.
Oh, sorry. Are you having real fun?
No, it's probably my fault. Hold on. So is anybody getting the because hold on.
Is anybody seeing
screen at the minute?
Oh my! How long has that been? I'm sorry.
A few minutes.
Oh shoot! You've been on a different map. It's configured differently. It's one of the older maps that I have. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No worries.
I just hit change on it. Oh. It should have gone through. Can you guys see?
Yeah. Can you just like shift ping us over?
Yeah. Here, shift ping. Boop. There you go. I'm very sorry about that.
Angel, I think he's gonna shoot us or himself. We probably want to stop him.
So I'm gonna run over and we're gonna try and tackle him before he grabs him.
Give me an agility roll or a mobility roll.
Okay, let's do it. You want me to assist you, or are you gonna assist me?
Well, I have mobility 0, so if you have anything better than 0.
I have 4, and that's with mobility 1.
All right, let's see it. All right, you panic in the process, trembling.
The gun goes off.
As you get right over top of him, he looks at you. And he didn't have the revolver pointed at any one person in particular, but now you see as you get to him, and perhaps why you're trembling now, he starts to point it towards himself, and he has the pistol's butt in his mouth. What are you gonna do? You're right beside him. You can definitely stop him from doing whatever he's doing.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna be like, no, no.
Close combat roll, please.
Okay, cool.
Marvelous. Lee, we have stats in here for Scientist. Let me find those real quick. And let's see that marvelous close combat roll. All right. Yes. You managed to remove the gun from his mouth and also his hands.
You know, now do, which could be soon.
Indeed, you're now in possession of a revolver. You can add that to your stats. I'd probably go with like +1 to attack and 2 or 1 damage.
This revolver in particular, or okay?
It's an old school revolver. It looks like it has 1 bullet in it. Yeah, he looks at you and he says, "Oh, sorry." He looks at you and he says, "Why did you stop me?"
Because what the hell's going on here?
We're studying something that we needed to be quarantining. The reason we're out here in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a sun-baked planet, forsaken by the gods, is we can't let it out, and we can't let it infect us. just wants to spread and breed and spread till everything is it. Including
Oh,
us.
Great.
That's great, boss. Just great.
Yeah. That's great, boss.
If you were
Can we
wise,
just go ahead to the comm room and like radio for help?
yeah, there's probably a button. There's actually definitely a button by this computer. That could be a panic button. He chose not to press it. He chose to go straight to the gun.
Angel's gonna take a look in the safe to see if there's anything else in there.
It looks like there's a paper envelope filled with a lot of money.
So
A lot of money.
Angel looks at it like,
bonus, Angel, take it.
Christmas bonus.
oh, there's no money for bonus here, Wanuki? What's up with this? He pulls the envelope out and he shakes the money at him. Like, what the hell is all this?
It's my funds in case things were less dire than they are, but there's one of them lives on the facility. You've got to let me have my... Please let me have my gun.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this going. Okay, Angel, game plan here. Jeremy, we go get in comms, get that going, get the colonial authorities going. We're in trouble. Perhaps try to talk with someone else. You said there's a problem in the labs.
Sorry? Yeah, there's a problem in the labs, and you hear the phone ringing now. And then you hear the phone ringing again on a different line. And then again on a third line.
Jeremy, please grab the phone.
Which one? There's every line is flashing. Can I
go from top to bottom? Go from top to bottom.
I'm not a bloody operator.
A fourth line turns on. There's only 5.
This console, can I do things like lock down the labs and stuff with it?
Yeah, you can. You absolutely can. And you're in the system. You can shut all doors. You can open all doors. You can do things with the airlocks that you probably shouldn't be able to do. You're in.
Okay. I'm going to start by shutting down all the labs. Because if this thing is in the labs, and we don't know that it is in the labs, but if it is, then best to keep it there.
Right. So you shut all doors to all labs.
Yeah.
You hear several dozen calls adding to the list. Several of them are turned away, by the system.
One thing, boss. Those 2 missing scientists, Scott and his friend, they answered to Turner, right?
He says, Turner? Who? Oh, Dr. Turner. Quite forgotten about her. They answer to the project manager. They work closely with her. Yes. They answer to us.
Going back to what Jeremy told us about transmissions, they were working under Turner for this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Well then, Angel, come with me. We're going to go talk with Dr. Turner.
Dr. Turner is, as you know, next door.
Yeah. So we're going.
What do we do with him? He's gonna probably try and knock his head into a door or something. Like if we leave him alone. Jeremy, can you watch him?
Come with us.
I'm going to come with you guys. We can lock him in here. He can't shoot himself now.
All right. He's like, all right, boss. Just don't do anything stupid. Just stay here. Sit down, relax.
No, actually, I'm going to grab him and drag him with us.
Marvelous.
Oh,
all right.
Now you want to do this. Okay, good.
No, I'm not leaving him behind because then he gets on the console and does something that's bad.
Yeah.
To be clear, everybody, Jeremy has complete control over that console and the facility therefore.
Okay.
So, I'm going to knock on the door. Dr. Turner.
Yes. So, Lee, I believe I have some music here that is. Give me 1 sec. Let me find it. It's.
No folder.
A quick question whilst you're doing that. When I'm on that console, could I do a quick command to give everyone their Christmas bonus?
Oh shit! Yes, you can.
With a sign from the company saying "Happy Holidays."
Please, I'm itching to hear it. Go for the roll.
By the
I
way,
got you to roll for that.
Oh yeah, no. You're right. You just give everybody their Christmas bonus. It just happens.
Okay, cool.
All right, wonderful. Sorry, feels rather
Sorry.
silly for even calling that. Let's see, where's the music?
Angel
Wait,
passes
why-
out the
here.
money from the envelope to Jeremy and Lay and goes, "Yeah, let's all split this up." He wasn't going to use it, or he ain't going to
Yeah,
use it.
let's go.
The door opens. You are serenaded by ancient music. You see before you Dr. Turner sitting calmly behind her monitor. Welcome. What brings you here?
Dead people and crazy alien things running around, apparently unbeknownst to us. You know, the low people.
Ah, yes, the experiment. Pity. Huh. Seems that things didn't go according to plan. What a tragedy. She presses a button. A floppy disk pops out of her computer. She puts it in her pocket. She looks you over and says, well, we should probably be getting to that mantis scrapped about now. Just the... She looks around. 4 of us.
He's like, "What do you mean, one of the 4 of us? This Sandy's still out doing stuff."
Look, if you value your lives, you'll join me. I'm going to the mantis.
So I give sort of a side look at Lay and sort of like, "What do you think?"
I'll meet you there if you're unsure about how you want to progress. But if you're informing me correctly that there are dead bodies and that there's been some sort of quarantine breach, then this is the protocol.
What about everyone else on the base? I
Four
mean,
people to leave.
This is the protocol.
we got to warn everybody.
You can feel free to do that.
Okay. Why don't you fire up the horn right there at your desk, and we'll just tell everyone to evacuate.
I don't have the horn, she says as she walks by. She gestures at the traumatized project manager. His job.
All right,
You can
lady.
see tones of pure rage in her, flickering across her face as she looks at him.
All right. Well, it ain't right for us to just bail and not tell everyone that there's something going down. So someone's gonna contact everyone on the base before we get out of here.
If he had done his job correctly, none of this would have happened. I hope you know. He doesn't even respond. His eyes are blank.
Swear to God, if this was over the bonus.
Not over the bonus. It's over the disrespect. Look, if they're not going to give us a bonus unless we produce, then by God, we're going to produce. She turns at him and she says, this man was holding us back this whole time. Not the
Is she
freaking quarantine procedures.
is she facing away from me? If
Yeah.
I'm kind of behind her.
She's
I'm
pointing
I'm gonna stick my synthetic operations probe in the back of her neck and give her the shock of her life. Assuming I don't screw up my dice roll, which is quite possible.
Big thing, plus
Now, I
2.
will
because
say-
dice.
I think, yeah, at least with guns, it's like a +3 to come upon someone unawares and make an attack at point blank. But it's Pat's discretion as game mother here.
I'm gonna give you a +3.
+3. Oh,
Yeah,
gives me a
just,
decent-
just don't put the plus mark in the box though. Just a 3.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
Well. Most unfortunate misfire appears to have occurred.
As I'm bringing my arm forward, I kind of suddenly realise it's not a robot, and it's like, oh.
Power check and of course the ooh,
So that's panic. Okay. And then
That's
power
good.
is
That's great.
5 dice. How do I make 5 dice?
You actually have a thing that says power, right? It's. Let me look at your stat real quick.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. I need to amend that. Yeah. Yep, right.
Let me press it, and it'll do the thing.
Yeah. So
Oof.
I've
Take
lost
one down.
Yep. Cool. Thank you.
So
Yeah.
she sees the diagnostic device pop by her head, and she looks around at you like this, and she says, "We don't have time for this." As the lights turn off, and you are submerged in darkness. Meanwhile, or actually, a couple minutes before all of this happens, let's go to the monitoring room. Oh, by the way.
The Jerry Lewis, Woody Allen hour.
Yeah. So let's have Sandy alone in the monitoring room. Sandy,
Good luck, Sandy.
you're alone now.
I can't speak to your odds, but you have my
computer.
sympathies.
Which section was this in? I want to look at those.
So what? Oh, good point. All right, let me pop you over to the overall map real quick. See, we're in the overview map as I take my dress shirt off. Did you want me to shift ping it? Here, you're in Terra, number 5, I believe. Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure I was in the ops or the comm tower.
Yes. Well, no. The comms tower is in Stella.
You're in monitoring.
You are in monitoring in Terra. You can usually connect with the comms tower from where you are. Oops, sorry.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
But you've seen none of this yet. You don't know any of what's that was actually all of that happened while you were here.
No.
So you're here. You just arrived. What is your first line of business?
Well, I would first I would want to see if I could check the logs for who took, because my character, I still don't know who.
Yeah.
I want to find out who drove that vehicle when they weren't supposed to.
All right. Give me a contact. Excellent. All right. So you see that last night, or well, I mean, last night in Terran terms, but it's been dawn now for fucking months. Last night, it looks like Dr. Scott and his associate snuck into the Stella module, rather sneakily like. In fact, the only reason that you can find this, because they definitely erased their tracks, is you see them walking towards the Stella corridor, and then the Stella corridor does not show them arriving there. So you can put two and two together that they erased their tracks, completely looping the feeds of the entire Stella module. Clearly, they were conscientious of what would happen if they were caught, and also definitely covering their tracks. And they had somebody on the inside who helped them do it. You can determine that much.
Okay. I know who to suspect now. I would maybe kind of flip through comms around the station, see if I can figure out where my partners went.
Yeah, so you look around, and you know that they were heading towards the offices, but while you're looking at the overview of the maps, you see something rather disturbing. There's a lab filled with scientist bodies. Gushing red, fresh blood. And there's another lab, 2 now, with no cans whatsoever.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Might be worth noting that those two labs are on different sides of the facility.
Hmm. Okay.
And presumably you're watching all this transpire, and then you see the offices, outside of the offices of Dr. Watanuki. You see your maintenance crew emerge, along with a rather visibly shaken Dr. Watanuki. And he steps out, and they move over to Dr. Turner's office. What would you do now? Or rather, I should say, is there anything further you would like to look at?
I think I would be freaking out a little. I'm going to move away from the monitors.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to. Sandy realizes he has nothing to defend himself with, and there's people.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I think honestly, go up a stress for having seen a lab filled with corpses.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that actually, and
Definitely.
I think I would go to equipment storage because I would know I can find
Excellent.
tools and things there.
All right, so let me pop you into over here. Equipment storage. See, you're going. Are you going all the way into Luna?
It looked like there was an equipment store number 11 in. Oh, it is
in Luna.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a different module, but it's pretty connected. You just have to go through two airlocks to get there. But otherwise, it's a quite quick jaunt. You've already been in Luna
the
today.
workshop too as I walk by.
Okay. Well, the workshop definitely has some tools if you want to go through there.
Yeah, I would go in there because it's just like right there, and I would just look for the sharpest thing I could carry.
There is a cutting torch and a maintenance jack. Easily accessible.
I would grab the cutting torch.
All right. Excellent. You are still wearing your sunsuit, are you not? Or did you?
No, I would have taken that off like right when we got
Okay.
it.
And where do you leave it? Or do you leave it?
I would have left it right at the entrance to the tunnels.
Okay. Good to know. It is a very clunky piece of equipment. So
Yes.
you're good. You're no longer sunsuited. So I'll take that little yellow off of you. If anybody else is still wearing their equipment, though, please let me know. All right. So you're heading out after seeing that. You look around one more time at the computer monitors that are displaying basically every camera feed in the facility. And just as you do, you notice the camera feed in the... it's listed as 6 here. The camera feed in the workshop of Seoul has gone dark. You would note that previously the dark camera that you saw earlier on the opposite side of the Seoul facility was one of those 11s close to the 12 on the right side. Looks like something has just shut off the 6.
Yes, I would see this and take this into account with everything else, and I would probably immediately start heading toward Mantis.
Towards Stella, which is past.
To Stella. Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna go through from Terra, past the offices where you know the players are.
Luna. Can I go through Luna to get there?
You would have to leave the facility.
Oh, okay. I get it. And I dropped the suit off. So yeah, I'm gonna go through. I'll go past that office then.
You would know that there are suits intended for use during the cold in 11.
Oh, okay.
They're spacesuits, so they can endure some radiation, but not all of it.
Okay, then I would probably go that way. Actually, yes.
All right. Seeing this, you decide to go to Luna. I'm going to leave that there. we've got the party split 2 ways. This is fun. This is exciting. All right, let's see what. Oh my gosh, little chain reaction just happened on my desk here. I'm sorry. Let's see what happens with our other crew in the offices. So, it is initiative time, my friends. So click your character token if you are in the offices. Click your character token and then hit the initiative button.
Tracker will pop up in a second. Roll20 has been slow loading for me all night. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
I'm normally a little quicker on the draw than this.
Could I get pulled onto that page too, actually?
Oh,
so
yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh my god. I'm so rude. Let me grab you. Yeah, absolutely.
You're good. That's the downsides of splitting in Roll20.
Oh, the thing is, you should be able to... Because the character sheets are set to be visible from everyone. You can't see through their eyes? Huh.
No, I just have a black screen right now.
Let me grab you and put you on the right page. I mean, it's one of the old pages. It's one of the old pages. So you got it?
Really high up, apparently. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Cool.
Yeah, just do the shift click thing to move everyone when we get on a new page.
Yeah, I shift thing y'all down there. And we assume this door is open because y'all just came through it. And it's not lightly.
Alright, so.
Alright.
Extending. We start, by the way, Dave, we have some home rules here. We start initiative tracker towards the high end, kind of like in D&D or a couple other games. I know a couple people have mentioned that's not how it's done in the book, but that's how we do it here.
Yeah, no worries, no problem. I think it makes sense that I go last, actually, anyway, I think.
Yes, okay, so, previously, she had said, you're going, or you really shouldn't have done that, or something along those lines. But our dearest Dr. Abigail is going to do something completely drastic, something dangerous and terrible and horrific. She's going to really try and run away. And she gets 1 success. So is anybody going to contest that with the close combat? I'll let this happen.
Yeah, I'll try and stop her from running.
All right, go for it. Give me that close combat. Ooh, give me that panic. She books it. She is running. Oh, yes. You
Tragic.
Jacked.
Amazing. Oh, but Lee, she was never in your combat zone to begin with. She ran like this.
It's tragic. I'm like, God damn it. We gotta get to the ship now, guys.
She's running. She's booking it. And as she does, you hear the clash and clamber of something coming out from the direction she's running in, merging from a door that was shut without opening the door.
Did I give everyone a stress, by the way?
I think you did. Let me move you all to a page you're very familiar with at this point. You are at the place listed as 1 towards the top on this map. I'd say there's a zone midway between 4 and 3. So zone delineation. You heard a sound towards the 6 on this map. That's where she's heading. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna just look at Angel and Jeremy and be like, if she gets to the Mantis, she's gonna leave without us, and we're all gonna be fucked. Fun.
I say to Jeremy, it's like, is there any way you can bring up some Joes on your little doodad pad there and get them to grab her or stop her or do something?
Not with my pad, but I could probably go back to Watanabe's console and do something from there.
Yes, please lock down the Mantis so that it doesn't leave while we try and find Candy.
Because they're right there at the pad. You know, we might not catch her, but the Joes are right there.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I'll run back. Yeah, on my action, I'll run back to the console.
Excellent. So yeah, I think we're not really in I was kind of making the initiative happen so that if things got really brutal, then we would have that on the marker. But she's vamoosed. She ran the fuck away. You guys now have the opportunity to move about, and you choose to go in here.
Yeah,
So
the lights are off, right?
Yep.
lights are off. Yes. Does anybody have a light source? I'm assuming
High beam
you're
flashlight
wearing
on someone, right?
Yes, I have a flashlight. High beam flashlight.
Oh,
Does the
cool.
marker you have have a light on it? No. Yeah.
I'm gonna say yes. These ones do.
All right. So I click on my suit light.
All right. Wonderful. So we've got 2 people with light. I don't know how you want to portray that, Lee, but I'm just gonna keep giving everybody light. Okay, cool.
Is there light coming off the screen as well? Enough.
There
for me
is
to-
indeed a nice green hum
Boom.
of activity.
Certain
Oh.
below, yeah.
There you are. Beautiful.
Angel's gonna
Um,
close the door, by the way, and see if he
alright.
can lock it.
So you close the door. Jeremy, you're at the console. You see that there's heat warning. That's the first thing that you see.
Okay.
Systems offline. Heat warning. Systems offline.
Okay, we need to get out of here. How many can this ship take?
The Mantis probably could fit 12. It's a pretty big ship.
Okay. I'm gonna first things first. I'm gonna lock down the Mantis to a
The
so
silo?
only a code that only I can open it.
Excellent. You set a new password for the Mantis
Jeremy,
silo.
please tell us what the password is in case you die.
I'm not gonna die. I'm not
No,
gonna die.
tell us the password.
Marvelous.
The data that I've got. Is there any way that this connects? Can I send a signal?
With the systems offline as they are, sending a signal off-world is going to be a challenge. A new
Okay.
challenge. It would be a new contact roll if you want to try.
Have I got somewhere? Do I know where to send the signal to?
Depends on who you're trying to send the signal to.
Well, if
Or
I'm
what
trying to
the
get the
mess-
signal out to
People.
the
Presumably.
people that I want to get them out to.
Yes,
I wanna
you would
send-
have a location. There's a system not
Okay.
nearby, or not far, that is filled with
Okay,
people.
I'm going to have a go at sending the data to that signal before we escape.
All right, give me a new contact.
Yeah. Where are we?
If only I really need a DSL dial-up noise audio sting.
Oh my god, we need one! Holy crap!
You
It's
need
so
old-
good.
Yeah, dial up.
You
Because
hear.
DSL didn't-
Only
Totally
one.
royalty free. You panic in the process. Give me that pull. Give me that roll. Oh, you
Keep
keep
it
it
together.
cool. Oh my god. You're the fucking cucumber of the party. My god.
Not sure about that.
But you press all the right buttons and you bypass the normal methods, and it seems like there are still some backup power operated wires that are in place that can send this message out. It is going to take a minute before the full message is sent, but that's a minute that you don't have to be at the computer for.
Okay. What else do you want to do while we're on the computer, guys? Because we probably want to get to that ship quite quickly.
Yeah, get the working Joes online to help us get to the ship.
That
And
I
stop-
won't even make you roll for it.
And tell one of
Yeah,
them to grab Turner.
Yeah. Okay. Can I?
Killing,
how many-
killing violates their code of conduct.
Just get her in a full Nelson.
It's I'm gonna the order I'm gonna give the Joes is that she's deranged and is a danger to herself, so she needs to be restrained for her own good, for her own benefit.
Okay. Roll me a manipulate plus any
Manipulate.
sort of contact. Roll me a manipulate plus 3. You know the systems well. You can manipulate them, but it's gonna be a challenge. But you managed to do it.
My adrenaline is keeping me going for the moment, at least.
Amazing. You look at the system and you're like, 10 operational working Joes within a Stella module. And as soon as you press a button, all 10 of them are looking to restrain Dr. Turner because she is deranged and needs to be helped.
The sweat off his brow while he's working is getting our stress up.
Indeed, yeah. The cute little desk warmer falls to the floor, becoming bigger in the process. I'm sorry.
I'm going to shed, knowing that I'm going to have to leave all the working Joes behind because there isn't space. Part of my panic is shedding a tear for the robots I'm leaving behind.
Amazing, yeah. Oh yeah, no, you've done this full well into knowing that you are sacrificing your soldiers, your babies. They are going to stay behind. You will leave without them. It's disheartening, but you know what must be done for the good of the company, your company.
Let them. Can I shut this down so nobody can interrupt the signal I'm sending, and then say, right, guys, we better go.
You can program the doors to shut permanently once you're out of here.
Cool.
All right.
Quick question: can we all use our signature item to drop one stress at this point?
I'm gonna say you're temporarily safe. So yes, if you have a signature item that you would like to use at this time, you do have a moment of respite.
I'm using my Christmas hat.
Amazing.
Look at that jingle jangle, motherfucker.
My spurs.
Got a little jingle bell, yes.
I've got a hat that jingle jangle jingle jingle jangle.
I'm looking at my my synthetic probe thing, knowing that I haven't sullied it with the blood of a human.
Marvelous. And yeah, everybody can choose to go down one stress. Who's in this party? Until this guy's like, "We gotta go. Let me kill myself, please. I don't know how to do it. Don't let them take me. Don't let them take
Come on, let's get to the
me."
mantis. Hey, Boz, you're gonna be left behind unless you catch up.
Don't leave me here. Let me die. Give me my gun. So you have all right. Roll me a mobility real quick. Let's see how this transpires. The worst at mobility in the party. Roll me a mobility.
That might be me. I've only got 3 in total.
Same.
Ooh. You
Do you want to roll
wanna
it
catch a feel?
Just
all right.
yes.
Yeah, just go for it. Whoever has it.
I'll go for it.
Yeah.
These rolled enough.
Yeah,
Oh!
Jesus.
Yeah. It. Marvelous. Yeah. So, you guys race down the corridors towards the last corridor that you wish to arrive at. And when you get there, you see a rather ghastly sight. I'm gonna put you guys on the overview map for a second here, and so before you, just imagine for a brief moment that we are in the belly of a beast here, belly of the Sunstone facility, the inner workings of this marvelous facility that you all know and love and work at. And before you, for the first time in, oh God, it's been quite some time for some of you, 10 years even. First time in 10 years, you do not feel at home in this facility. As before you, I can't drag anybody away. Sorry. Before you, you see a shadow in the darkness. A shadow lurking, lingering. The corridors are light, too light, in fact. The corridors are shedding light and casting a silhouette, a dark black silhouette. Why are the corridors so light? Oh, no. You remember for a second, your last reserved task of the day was to sunproof them. You didn't quite get to do that. But before you, as the air, the sick, grotty air from this ghastly planet gushes in and replaces the air of your nicely, neatly controlled facility, you see a silhouette standing over body. Blood, fresh blood dripping out. It's hard to see if it's fresh or not, but you know that this man was alive in the morning. The thing, though, that you can't quite make out, that is pressing on your psyches, it's not quite human, but at the same time, very closely resembles a human. The silhouette is similar but different, and it shifts, standing above its quarry. It resembles, well, it's a little bit like this. Sorry, it took me a second to drop that on the board.
What the holy Christmas is that?
There's a dark shape between you and the corridor you long to go down. How would you proceed?
Has it noticed us?
Probably has.
Yeah, let's move
I don't
back
think you're
slowly, guys.
We haven't got time. We got to rush it.
Shit! Alright. So I'm hearing going back and also rushing. There's 3 of you here. Who's gonna be the tiebreaker?
So Angel's gonna be like, "Hey, want Nuki? How you feeling?" And he like grabs him and he throws him forward in front of the rest of us.
Roll me an empathy check.
All right, so I'm gonna use medical aid because it's a 0, and it'll use the empathy. So
Go for it. Ooh, you're about to thrust this man in front of the. Oh wait, sorry. Empathy doesn't take.
Yeah, it doesn't use
take
stress.
stress into account.
Yeah.
So, jeez. Oh my goodness, Angel.
Marvelous. All
So
right.
much for the Christmas bonus situation.
You see Watanuki, and you ask him how he's feeling, and he looks at you like this. His once cheery face tired, his joyous Christmas spirit vanish. He looks at you with dead eyes sunken deep into his face. He looks at you in fear, but he doesn't say anything. Roll me a close combat to push him into the way of the silhouette before you.
like, well, here goes nothing.
I'm gonna contest that briefly, but it's gonna be at a -1.
Does he even have enough dice?
Oh,
No.
no.
No, he doesn't. Yeah.
So as Angel looks into his soulful, like remorseful eyes, he just grabs him with his right hand and just like yanks him, throws him in front of everybody.
Yeah, you look into his soulful eyes, and he looks back into yours, which are not filled with soul. They are void, much like the black figure before you, who is pounced upon, and he's pounced upon, and the creature begins crawling up the walls. You have your one opportunity now. Let's have it, folks. That fateful mobility check to get past the occupied thing before
Is
you.
this a quick reality check again, or do you want us to do them all individually?
Individually, please.
Oh, crap.
Hey,
It's funner that way.
Sorry, I should
Hey, party wife! That's a success. That's a success.
Yeah.
Ow! The eyes have it, folks.
Ooh.
Alright, and you guys race past this creature. You don't get
Yeah.
quite a good glimpse at it. It's
Ooh.
concealed darkness of the corridor. But
I'm not pulling the Lot's wife here. I'm not looking back. Let's go. Come on.
it looks it looks at you as you run past it.
Looks
Angel
without
throws some of the
eyes.
money from his envelope out. He's like, here's your bonus.
Wow. What
Was that for the Indian thing? You're giving him a bonus.
Whoever takes it in the end is fine.
Hey. It's hit to decide not to give us a Christmas bonus.
Alright, so in the let's all switch back for a second to another scene.
The monitoring room?
Yeah, Lee, why don't you move No. I'm actually gonna grab a token from the monitoring room.
Oh, what room should we be in?
We should be in the garage.
Ah, yes, the garage. Let me...
Garage!
Yes. Maybe you'll find a carriage in the garage and be able to make your way swiftly to Derbyshire, where surely nothing so silly is going on.
That won't be the case today, unfortunately.
I now
All
kind
right,
of want to do Pride and Prejudice and Xenomorphs, but I'll contain myself.
Alright, Sandy. You are here, having grabbed quickly one of the night suits that you know will protect you at the very least from the unbreathable atmosphere. Before you is the garage door. That which will open and expose you to the elements. You're in nothing but an MK50 suit. And before you can already feel heat. Here, actually,
Report at the ready.
you look like this.
Exactly.
Alright,
You can do it.
so, do you open the door?
Yeah, I would kind of maybe sneakily like take in my surroundings and maybe look around a little, make sure nothing's gonna jump out at me as I approach the panel and open the door.
You don't see anything in the room that you're in. Important question. Is your torch inside the suit or outside the suit?
I mean, it would be outside, right?
Would it?
Like, I'm just holding it.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, no, I have it. I'm holding it outside of the suit, like,
Excellent.
ready to go.
Alright, cool. That's what I needed to hear. So, let's go to a room that I was really hoping that I would get to show off. The exterior of this blasted planet. We turn off all sight markers for this. There's no need for them.
What, for exterior?
Yeah, just let everybody see this.
There is no line of sight on SS exterior, so it should be visible the moment we go over.
So let me change the music. As you walk out into the blasted heat of day, you can feel it through your suit. The radiation already seeping through the protective suit that you have. You're about to walk almost a mile. That's 20 minutes worth of walking at daytime as the sun turns from orange to white. And all you can think as your suit begins catching faint whiffs of a signal from the control tower. You're catching what they're saying. You're hearing every single thing that the control tower is signaling to you. And what it's signaling? Wait, press the button.
Press the button? Oh, you already... We've been new.
What
We
is
already
signaling?
know. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Imagine this is Winter Wonderland. We don't have the rights to that. No!
It's an alarm! It's an alarm! Wait, no, it's sounding the alarm! Alright, I played the fun Christmas song. Alright.
As you walk out on this blasted, day-lit, barren landscape, all you can hear in your head is Winter Wonderland. And or other royalty-free Christmas music that we actually have the rights to.
The Heatmeister song is playing for him, though. And
Roll me a
he...
survival.
I've had a Little Drummer Boy on repeat this whole time.
Those of you at home, please. Winter Wonderland.
I'm switching to it.
Aww.
I'm not looking. Did I panic?
Add 1 radiation and also take a panic. Your suit is not protecting you at all. You don't feel like you can take much more. If you get to 5 rads, you might be cooked.
I'm gonna start shaking.
You twitch. You twitch.tv/diesel shot and take an extra stress.
Seems
Indeed.
appropriate, though. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna have you roll another survival check because you're just continuing to walk. I'll have you roll a total of 5. If you fail each one, you're cooked. I'm afraid. Ow!
So hot.
Alright.
You're dancing in the shade. You're dancing in the sunlight.
The sunlight burns bright upon your body.
Wait, but I forgot to add a stress. Oh, I don't add a stress from an 8, do I?
Wait, that was an 8? Or 7?
I re-rolled.
Each subsequent panic you get, like, goes up a tier if it's the same one.
Yeah,
for next.
that's right.
Yep. So yeah, add 1 more d6. Having too much fun. 1 more d6, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Another.
Okay. Well, here, let me just. I'll roll.
Your panic is saving you.
Yeah. Seriously. As you get towards the end, having walked for a prolonged period of time, you begin to really hate Christmas music. Can't turn it off. Oh wait, yeah. And as you get to the door, your torch is I hate to say this, and I hate to do this to you, but roll me the torch's attack, please.
He's gonna die to this music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Death would be a blessed release, wouldn't it?
Shovel off the mortal coil so you don't have to hear another go.
I picture the station just blasting it on the outside.
Oh, indeed.
Well, the guys, that was a real cool one. Now we got this one playing.
Hope you're having a crispy Christmas.
Having Christmas down in Florida, right? So
Oh Lord, yeah.
Alright, so you got the torch attack loaded in? Oh.
Yep, it's coming.
Cool. Okay. Just want to make sure we kind of end towards on time-ish. Marvelous. Okay. So now's the fun bit for me. I'm going to roll 9d6.
Yeah, one thing. He failed his, oh, wait,
Yeah.
does it really count if he's attacking himself?
I'm gonna say I was just seeing to see if it succeeded in hitting him. So it's gonna be 3 damage, but I'm not gonna add those 2 towards anything. It looks like 3 damage and then 2 more. So roll me armor from your suit, please. Seek cover. You're nearing the garage, so it makes sense. You should have at least 2 from the suit.
Did you
Oh,
put a
shit,
plus
what-
mark into the box?
What is the MK50?
No, I didn't. What is
Is that
the-
Armor 2.
And this is armor piercing, so it's armor 1.
Okay, yeah. No. Don't ignore that. Ignore that. This is not an armor-piercing variant of the attack.
It's more of an omnidirectional explosion than a tight controlled beam.
Exactly. So your cunning torch is now slacked, and key components are already melting onto your glove. As you notice, puddles of bismuth becoming liquid once more to the outside. You are however, secured by your armor from the entirety of the blast. So you take 4 damage.
You still up?
Nope. I go broke.
Roll us that break.
Roll me a break on the outside of the fucking facility.
Oh no!
Oh god.
Oh, shit.
Sandy doesn't make it.
Yeah. The 64 is crushed skull. Oof, that melted metal gets up on top.
Your
Oh,
brain
man,
is boiled.
Figurana, do you want a dangerous to go alone someone? I don't know if that's gonna be enough to save him, but you could try.
Sandy
Yeah,
will live
everyone, if you
forever.
got a dangerous to go alone, now is the actual time.
The fucking face is melting, like the top front of the helmet's melting. It's molten metal is coming in with the sun onto the brain cage.
Molten metal is hitting your fucking skull. You're bleeding
You thought-
intensely. The blood is covering your eyes.
Please help me,
You
please.
thought acid
please.
splash was bad.
Yeah. Ooh.
I have so much more left to do.
No. You're gonna die on the outside of the facility with Christmas music blaring in your ears. Oh! Not 1, but 2 dangerous to go alone. Look at that. Okay. All right. So this is all still happening to you. Nothing has changed, but what has changed is that you have not only fallen upon the console that will let you in, but you are still somewhat conscious. This is a Comtech roll out of -1 to see if you can get into the facility and have the doors obviously shut behind you. You will still be dying, but you'll be dying inside. And when you're inside, the Christmas music stops, which is a blessing. Holy shit! Please shut the Christmas music off immediately!
I think you just wanted to die in peace and quiet.
You're gonna find Sandy's just skull melted on the inside. But that also means the door's left open, so fuck everyone.
The door opens and then shuts immediately upon opening because it has stuff in place for this eventuality. And the door shuts behind you, and you fall. Your suit still somewhat melting, but it's no longer melting on you. You are conscious, and you have an exposed helmet. Your breathable atmosphere. You can move about and scream. That's where you're at. You will have to pray that someone's there to hear you, because we all know in space, no one can hear you scream.
Oh, that drop hit at just the right time.
Now, down the hallway, our corridor crawlers are making their way to the main facility. They also have to walk a pretty substantial distance, and those automated things in place to help you move faster are just not working right now. So, you all move as quickly as possible. I'm not going to make you roll another mobility. You're all running. I assume you know what's behind you.
Yeah, it's that running beeping we're getting from Super Mario Brothers 3 is playing. We're going that fast. At least for me, I got 2 hits.
So, you guys are in the corridor, and our screaming friend here is dying within quote-unquote 1 round. Not anywhere near you. So let's see how this all plays out. You guys get to Blessed Stella, and the module looms before you enticingly as you have to skirt about sections of the corridor, which are now becoming increasingly exposed to the atmosphere around and to daylight and the heat. It begins to rise. Who all is not in a protective suit? I think there's only one of you that is kind of in a protective suit.
Yeah, I'm not.
Me and the other guy, I'm not in a protective state.
All right, both of you roll me survival real quick.
Stamina or survival?
Stamina. Stamina, sorry. I keep calling for survival when I shouldn't be.
Yeah, I guess I'm used to it. Holy hell.
Yeah, you're just like, heat. The heat never bothered me anyway!
Yeah.
No. I'm thinking the Freeze-Miser song from the what is it? You Without Santa?
I'm Mr. Freeze-Miser, I'm Mr. Snow. Alright. And Jeremy, the heat is getting to you. Oh, but you are so cold on the inside. So cold. Meanwhile, Sean over here, the coldest blooded of all of you, is kind of chilling in a spacesuit. You're mostly in atmosphere, so or in air-conditioned zones, so it doesn't matter too much to him. And you guys make it to Stella, and before you, you see a kind of ghastly sight. Actually, Dave, I'm gonna make you go off the stretch for this, because as cool as of a cucumber as you are, the sight you're seeing, the white blood pooled down across the grates, the dead, murdered, working Joes. At least 6 of them, dead with gunshots to their head. And the door to the Quicksilver, somewhat ajar.
Let's get inside.
I'm gonna stop first and fall to my knees and scream at the sight of all these dead working Joes.
No. I'm just looking at Angel and being like, he really needs either a boyfriend or girlfriend.
He needs a Joe friend. Let's be real here.
It is a joke, friend.
Our Joe friends are all dead.
Oh, honey, I feel sad for you. Maybe you can get some, like, corporate mandated counseling after this. But
Cherry 2000.
as you fall to your knees, I'm going to give you, and only you, who is stopping to inspect the situation, the opportunity to make an observation roll.
Okay, let's give that a whiz.
He hasn't passed his observation yet, so holy hell, he did it.
I did that
Amazing.
time, but I'm
All right.
panicking, Ray.
Yeah, you panic. Oh, and for once, you do not get a success. Like,
On
you do not
Twitch?
keep your cool.
Yeah,
You hear a human screaming in agony just down the hall. Within, I don't know, maybe a turn's speed of running to get to.
Do I recognize it as Sandy?
It is Sandy's voice. You would recognize that. Well, Sandy, I'll let you describe your own voice for yourself, but I don't want to belittle. You recognize that voice wherever you.
We all know what you were gonna say.
Yes, you recognize the voice, though.
If it was one of the Joes, I'd be interested. But sorry, Sandy, I've got no medical aid anyway. I couldn't help.
Okay, so he just screams Maven or something?
Oh man. I'm gonna say, Sandy, roll me real quick in endurance. No modifier from stamina or anything. Just straight, it's endurance, right? What am I? Strength. Sorry. Roll me a strength check real quick. Just a straight strength. Holy shit! You have another turn. Yet.
Lee, help me, Lee!
You hear down the hallway, a door has opened, an airlock has opened. You also heard some gunshots earlier. You expect that there are people out there, but you feel as though they're ignoring you. So the door to the Mantis is slightly ajar, but it is not fully open. It's stuck. Might need a heavy machinery roll to open fully.
Angel's like, looks like I'm up.
Yeah. Get that going, Angel. I'm gonna go check on Sandy.
All right.
All right.
Angel goes over the door. He tries to get that thing open. You can use a cutting torch to do that too.
This is definitely a cutting torch situation. Holy shit.
Right.
If there has ever been one in this game, it's now.
All right. He starts burning away the latches to see if he can get this thing open.
Alright, and Lee, make me a mobility.
Ooh.
Ooh, that is success for your ability. Goodness gracious. Ah, yes, Lee, you're standing over this man whose skull is visible and covered in melted metal. You don't think he has long, and you're not sure what you can do to help him. Do you try?
Oh my
Put him out of his
God.
misery.
I only got a pistol with one bullet.
You do.
I'm gonna give him the pistol.
Receive a pistol, Sandy. From this man.
My melting
I have to ask,
in one hand and my pistol in the other.
Lee, Lee, I have to ask, do you say anything when you were giving this man a present? A gift?
It's not a present, it's like, fuck, man, I'm sorry about this, man. What the hell, you went across there with this suit?
I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, no, you idiot. Like, that sort of like anger is going up. Like, sure, we're jerks to each other, but we're also workers and friends. And it's like, oh my God, man. I can't do it. I can't pull the trigger. I'm sorry. So I just give him the gun, being like, I'm sorry. There's only one bullet in it.
Sandy, you know for a fact that you have stopped feeling pain, which means there aren't any nerves for the melting metal to hit anymore. It's on your bone and in your bone.
Tears in my eyes. I'm gonna put the gun to my own head. I'm gonna roll empathy to kill myself.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
It's a poignant death. Yep.
You all hear a gunshot just echoing in the distance, except Ramba, who watches.
The sound of thunder. You all return.
I passed my empathy check, so I know I may be a tough fucking guy, but I'm not gonna watch it. I don't have that courage.
Yeah, Ramba, go up a stress. I think that's due.
Yeah.
Alright, so you all know that before you lies the glorious salvation device known as a Mantis-class starship, which looks like this. And you see some lights turn on the inside. Around you are dead working Joes and a dysfunctional elevator. It looks like it was jammed with something. You're gonna have to run up the stairs to get to it before it launches.
Luckily for us, it can't launch because someone has the codes.
Oh yes, the codes to the silo. The silo is not open, but it looks like it's trying to launch regardless.
Oh shit.
Do I need to make another mobility, or do those extra successes?
It's gonna be a group mobility, so whomever is the worst at mobility.
Right. I've got 3.
Excellent.
Is anybody as bad as me at mobility?
Here's to you, Sandy Dinkelmeyer.
I think that's you then. All right, Lee. Did we ever get around to making a room for this, or?
Don't worry. Magic will occur on screen. From industrial from industrial Leland and magic. ILM. You guys run up the spiral staircase. You're running. Suddenly, a world renders up ahead.
Yeah.
Clutch adrenaline success.
Amazing. Yeah, no, you managed to you burst up those stairs. You're running. It's spiraling before you as you climb ever higher, closer to that unattainable goal, that mantis. As the lights flicker on and the ignition is clearly triggered, smoke billowing out of its exhaust pipes as you hear a click and a clack and whirring of metal as the holster that it is attached to is suddenly and violently jerked off. The thing lurches in air for a moment as it begins to fall, unaided by its anti-grav, and then, as if on cue, the anti-grav kicks in and it hovers for a moment, going up slightly, up, and then it clicks back in to its holster once more, but this time clearly accidentally, because its trajectory is farther still. It's straining against its holster, trying to burst free, trying to escape these surly bounds. This won't be the last time it tries to push out from something that does not want to let it through, but it struggles and it strifes and it persists in this endeavor, striving to burst forth. You are standing outside of the airlock. It is shut. You do have a cutting torch, and you are close.
Yes. Under this system, I have 3 in heavy machinery. So, Angel, you get 3. Or is it plus
All right.
1 for you?
Yep, I got 3.
I'm going to do something real quick. While you guys are working on that,
Soaring through the airlock.
Unicorn, I sent you something in Discord.
Did you?
No.
You sent it in Roll20? I actually stepped away using just my laptop.
Oh, my apologies. I sent
Discord.
it to you in Discord.
Oh, okay, even better. I can check that real quick.
Don't go. There's more.
Oh, yeah, I'm still here. I just figured I wouldn't need to roll anything, so I.
Yes. Well, you can choose to do that, but I've got another idea. If you don't want to. Y or N, my friend. Y or N. As we get a am I still waiting on that cutting torch? I think I am.
Oh, was I doing it? I thought.
Somebody's got a cutting torch, right?
Yeah, you got the cutting torch. I don't, so I'm assisting.
Gotcha. Sorry about that. All right. So you're getting a +1 from him and a +2 from the torch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Woo! That is a success. Brilliant. I'm going to say with that, you manage to shear this door straight off of its hinges, and it falls. This is no longer going to be an airtight section of the ship, regardless of the next action. It is an open door, and you can step through it now. Each and every one of you making your own unique mobility roll to see if you can jump onto a moving spaceship as it departs.
This motherfucker getting away from you.
All right. We got this. Woo! One more. You're all freezing the fuck out in the process. All right, we've got a 10 and a 7 though. Jeremy, how the hell are you so cool under pressure? Aw, cute. Thank you, Unicorn.
Looking after the robots that he takes care of.
Yeah. Are you yourself a fucking simp? My god.
He's a secret simp this whole time and we didn't know. No one knows.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, no, totally. Going up stress and pushing everything. Definitely not a simp. Or definitely, yes, a simp. Woo! I know how irony works. Alright, so yes, you are in the cargo hold of this thing before you. And up ahead, you see an airlock. Presumably, this will serve a purpose later on, when you are no longer in atmosphere, or the silo. It's straining, and it's pushed its way past the constraints that it once was hindered by. Before you now is the cockpit. manned by someone you presumably know.
Let's get to the cockpit and get this done with. Either this thing is going to break apart, or we're going to be in for a really shitty ride.
Is the silo still shut? Because I haven't.
Silo
opened
is
it.
still shut. It looks like whoever is piloting this is going to try and break the silo with the ship.
Can either of you guys pilot this thing?
Not well enough. It's better than nothing.
The person who's the best at piloting is dead now.
So we have a pilot. Is there like a comlink or a console that I can talk to the bridge?
Yeah, you can definitely talk to the bridge.
Gonna punch the button and say, "Look, Turner, I can open the silo. Just calm down, and we can all escape."
You hear over the intercom, "What makes you think I can trust you? I know who you are. I know you're the roboticist of the station. I know what you did.
You killed all my robots.
You were going to kill me. I
Yeah,
acted
was
with
it?
self-defense."
Can I help him with manipulation?
Yes, I think this is a manipulate roll. Here.
So as he's talking to her over the comm, I pull out my Seeks and C series tape recorder, and I was like, "If you can trust us, just listen to this song." And he presses play, and it's someone throw me a really heartfelt Christmas song.
Oh my god. Are we doing Christmas music again? God damn. I hate this.
Yeah. It's Lee singing "Last Christmas." You can tell he's
Yeah, you press a button and she's like, "What the fuck is this?"
You get a bonus or a negative to my die roll.
You get a bonus because she's confused.
Oh. Okay, I got one success again.
I am going to make this contested roll, if you don't mind me doing so. So let me find her stats real
You
quick.
actually should have given him a +1 manipulation too.
Yes, please add that +1. There's her stats.
So he can roll like another base 6. Yeah.
Another.
Ooh, you might need it.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
So 2 successes then I got.
Oh! Shit! Oh shit! It's
But I got
all
a
things
panic
being equal.
of 9 though.
Oh man, wonderful. So your heartfelt music distracts her as you say meaningful words that manipulate her and sway her to your side. Things such as, "No one has to know what happened here," and "We're fine with you if you're fine with us. We can all live together."
And Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Happy holidays. Get it right. Come on. Happy holidays.
No. You would have failed the roll if you said "Happy Holidays."
And then you most importantly say, "I can open the fucking silo," and the door opens and you are allowed into the midsection. The door stays open and you are allowed into the cockpit. She's holding a gun, a real one. She looks around you as you emerge into the. Let's get this shitty music away from here, please. God damn. Let me get something really intense. Let's go for Tyrant. Oh, yes, I love Tyrant. There we are. Let's start it over again. Actually, you know what? No, I like what do I like better? Process Killer. Let's go with Process Killer. Alright. So you emerge into the cockpit. She's willing to work with you, gun in hand. She looks you over and says, "Alright, do it. Send the signal. Open the silo. I'll let all 3 of you live. I have the data that we need. This is still salvageable. Escher will be okay with everything that's happened as long as we have that data. We can start again. We can start anew. It'll all be fine."
I'm going to suggest that we basically crowd her. So if she tries to shoot us once I've opened the thing, we can jump her.
It doesn't look like she's trying to shoot you.
Okay.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, though.
Alright, so roll me...
Yeah,
Yeah,
do I
actually,
need
you
to
don't
do a
need to roll
contact?
I don't think so. I'm giving you a concept success here.
Okay.
As you all roll initiative as the ship takes on one more passenger. Those
Who
doors
left the
were
door
open. They weren't shut. I will say, you notice this. You have eyes on comms, and you can see the interior of the ship. There is something behind you. I know it's getting close to the end, so I will let this all transpire as you guys decide.
I don't think that they'll see the current initiative, so we might have them do a new one.
Oh, damn! They just rolled so nicely. Bummer.
Oh, wait. Shit. No, hold on. Yes, disregard what I just said. I'll just clean the old ones.
Yes, excellent.
Okay, I'm punching the button to open the silo so we can at least get out.
All right, so let's. Yeah, you before any sort of combat emerges or emerges, as sometimes you see on this channel, you pop the silo. That's taken care of. We've got her on the pilot seat, so she's going to be piloting this on her turn. So I'm not going to add her onto the initiative. It's just you and the thing.
All right.
And,
So, can Angel do something?
It is Angel's turn.
All right. How far do we know how far back into the ship it is? Or far?
It's
far
in the cargo bay where you emerged.
All right. Angel's just gonna go to this airlock, close it, and then start wielding it shut.
Amazing. Give me a heavy machinery to permanently break it.
Is that going to stop this thing, do you think?
Long enough to blow the airlock.
Okay, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm with that plan.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. All right, so that is, that's a success. You managed to permanently break it. This door is not going to be opened by any natural means. Jeremy, it is your turn. You've opened the silo, and I'm going to say that she operates on your turn. She is piloting. What do you do?
I'm just going to take out my cutting torch and wait for this thing to bash through the door.
All right, so you're going to overwatch the door. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, she says, God, did one of them get on the ship? You fools, you led them straight to it. If we can get out into the atmosphere, and if that door is not shut in the back, we'll be fine. The heat. She laughs. The reason we were sent here in the first place. She laughs again. They can do fine in the cold, but they can't stand the heat. As she pushes the ship up and out through the silo. It is Lee's turn.
I want to find a remote control to just get this thing closed.
All right, roll me an observation +3.
Okay, let's
I'm
roll.
only making you roll because you're doing this fast.
Yes!
You find one, you press it, and that door shuts. The cargo door is closed. Just in time, too, because it's the creature's turn. You see the comms glint black and shining lacquer as it tears through the door, or it attempts to do so. Gonna give it a real quick close combat. Yeah. Oh, it stresses. Why does it have stress on it? Let me pop that down a second. It just shouldn't have stress. But it succeeds in doing so, and you hear a breach in that door. You no longer think that it's airtight, but it's not fully moved out of the way yet, so it can't come any closer. Unfortunately for you, this thing has 2 turns. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to break through that, but it does damage the rear view camera. You can no longer see what's going on in the cargo hold. Tink. It is Angel's turn. Angel, there are doors shut between you and the thing. But you know for a fact you heard the door come unstuck.
He's like, well, I think it kind of breached the back door, but I mean, as long as it doesn't get through this door, we should be good. So punch it.
All right. So I believe everybody's gonna just go ahead and overwatch the door unless you say otherwise, right?
Yep.
All right. You're punching it. You're one turn from the blessed light and heat of day, as you hear behind you a knocking on your chamber door, as something has snuck through. And you hear a scritch and a scratch as that permanently broken door starts to rend at the metal tearing claws of this creature. And then, as Angel presumably draws his weapon to fight the thing off, then the silo is beneath you, and you are plunged into blessed day, and the heat overcomes the cabin. And anything inside that was metal of a weaker variety, lead, bismuth, even gold, starts to melt. And something else melts too. And you now have a permanent breach at the bottom of your mantis craft. But you've made it out alive. Alright. You're in space now. And you can cry for help. In fact, actually, hold on a second. You are in space now. And someone has come to help you. A large vessel that looks like it might be one of the USMCM, or USCM, whatever the acronym is. Looks like one of those Conestogas. But it's not a Conestoga, it's just similarly shaped in size. Or maybe it's... No! Is that what they used to use before Wayland Yutani brought them the Conestoga? My god, that's an old and hideous ship. Only like, I don't know, Siegson would fucking fly one of those things anymore.
At least it's rescue.
Indeed. At least it's rescue. The comms come on. You hear, we got your message. You have the data. The doctor in the piloting seat looks confused.
Yes, affirmative.
We're sending a team. That's where we'll leave it for tonight.
Nice.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
You
So let's get a-
Donner and Blitzen.
Indeed. Let's get some light at the end of the tunnel playing, or whatever you want, Lee. So on this channel, and I'm sorry I held you guys a little bit late. I know it's super late for you, Dave, but we usually do a thing on this channel called feedback. And usually we go with a what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you want to see more of from this channel, from our games, from Alien RPG in general, whatever you feel like saying. I'll let you go first because I know you have to go. It's like 1 where you live, and my god, I'm sorry.
Well, that was great. That was brilliant fun. Only the second time I've ever played other than GM'd. Very surprised to see 3 of us coming out alive. Sorry, Sandy. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out. There's let's hope that there might be some other bits and bobs as well in the not too distant future. But we all know what's coming. So really looking forward to all of that stuff. And listen to the podcast and catch up with more stuff Free League.
Yeah,
but thank you very much for the invite to come on. It's been brilliant, even though it is 1:30 here. And
So
I'm a bit. That's fine. That's fine. I'm still awake. So that's great, brilliant. Thank you, and thanks to everybody else for being such great players, and for Lee for running behind the scenes. And thank you all.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody who's here, can we drop a link real quick? Everybody who's here, this has been Dave, a marvelous peer of ours, or you know, I would like to believe we're peers. He's kind of got the drop on us here. But you know, he does a wonderful, wonderful podcast that I've listened to a whole bunch of now. It's very inspirational, great stuff. And if you play Coriolis, they've got so much content. It's unbelievable. And you've probably all already heard of Effekt podcast.
Yeah, we've got it in the Twitch chat.
But if you haven't, check their shit out. They got their shit on lock.
High quality stuff.
Thank you so much. All right, so let's go on. Dave, if you need to, you can leave at any time.
I'll listen to the end. I'm still going. It's cool.
Cool.
All
right, so who wants to give feedback next? I know you've all kind of done the whole rigmarole. You know that feedback is for the GM, or I guess co-GM in this case, sometimes too. Yeah, what do you like, or did you like? What didn't you like, and what do you want to see more of from our games, from Free League, from anything you want to see more of? Just shoot it out there. We're all listening. Who wants to go first? Who has to go first?
I'll go.
Okay, Sean, go ahead.
So, again, thanks, guys, for running this game. It was super fun, and everyone who was playing, super fun. I just think that I love your storytelling. I think I've told you that before, like, on the Discord, that I think you're one of the better storytellers in the game genre right now. So I love how you tell them. It's just great. And the only thing I would say is like a critique is to get the guy who's supposed to give you the maps all done at the beginning to make sure that he gives you those maps all done at the beginning and not just give you half the maps done at the beginning. Oh, wait,
I'm so sorry for how late I pushed it, Sean. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, Sean did the world maps for us. The green and black ones, because I'm completely incompetent when it comes to digital art. You can find Sean on Discord under the name Malcolm Fett. Sean is a marvelous content creator in the Alien RPG verse himself, and we have on occasion flirted with the idea of collaboration. I'm sure we'll get around to it eventually.
Someday when the stars align, we can collaborate.
The stars align, indeed. But Sean puts out some marvelous content. If you guys are interested in that sort of stuff, Sean's got you covered.
Cool, thanks. And can I just throw my podcast out there too?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, like I said before, I do a entertainment, gaming, and news and reviews podcast. It's called Dad Hat Entertainment News and Reviews, and you can do a search on any of the major podcast providers to find it. Just Dad Hat Entertainment News and Reviews.
All right, and feel free to drop a link in the chat.
Okay, cool.
All right. Okay, so who wants to go next?
I'll go next. What I like was basically like, oh man, it was a really focused story. It just felt like, okay, we're getting all these beats here. The alien reveal was basically at that halfway point where we're like, oh, something's really wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then the initial world building was great, and it just got us into the sort of character, which is like, oh yeah. And then, just the sort of things of you being allowed, like Angel's a very cold-blooded decision, which led us to just obey that encounter.
Oh man, yeah. I was actually shocked that all happened. I kind of did not expect that, really.
Honestly, yeah. Like,
that's what I get for only sicking one at you at that given instance.
I think that would be a negative. Is just that we were revealed two, and we only saw one. Where's the second one?
In the facility somewhere.
Yeah, already in the cockpit, and it pops out. That sort of thing. It's like, oh yeah, we handle this one outside, and then this sort of false sense of relief then happens.
I was gonna do that to you guys, but it was honestly running pretty late.
The maps were actually really fun, and I also like the way the guest map was done by Sean as a sort of way to get people into it with that sort of terminal green. But also, it was also great to just have the impromptu maps being designed on the fly as well. So,
thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right. And what do you want to see more of?
Oh, I want to see about up sort of part 2 to this. See how it follows up because now Seekson has the information.
Yeah, they've got some really good contact information. Yeah, you got some friggin' war winner there. Yeah. All right. So last but not least, Reed. What did you like? What didn't you like? And what do you want to see more? If you're still on the computer.
I think he might be.
Unit guard.
There we go.
Sorry, I killed you.
Oh man, it wouldn't. I don't die enough when I play other people's games. It's frustrating. So I actually thought that was a great death. I was super stoked on it. Yeah, I was saying I'm finding little to complain about right now. I super enjoyed this one.
All right, cool.
I can't think of anything I would really do. You know, as usual, I think if you gave yourself a 5-hour game, you could like really, you'd get everything that you want to get out. I think. I always feel like you feel like you're not doing as much as you want to in the 3 to 4 hour time frame.
Yeah, and I definitely brought it more close to 4. So thank you all for your feedback. All right, so this has been Diesel Shot's marvelous crossover with an Effekt podcast.
Yeah.
Check them out.
And check out dadhatnewsandreviews.com in the Twitch chat. And also, of course, exclamation Alien, exclamation Fallout, the tile sets, Apocalypse Americana, and Megacorp's Marine Monsters. You can buy and own all this stuff. If you follow Pat's Patreon, on her Patreon, Spider Queen Long, you will find all of the sketch art is available, and so are all the tile sets and early looks at new stuff, and even some exclusive stuff. So, really, if you're thinking, wow, I can't run a game that looks like that, no, you totally can. Literally, these resources are available for a very reasonable price. I need to update the image because it says like 600 in the Squilling pack. It's literally over 1,000. It's over 1,000 fucking tiles. We have exterior, like, I think almost everything you saw was from Squilling, but some minor elements, like maybe the shower and like the toothpaste and the toothbrushes in the bathroom were from Squala or Spider Queen Long's Apocalypse Americana. So if you want to have a spaceshipy game in any sci-fi setting, you want this sort of stuff on offer, do come through. Do come through and consider picking those up.
I see Milady Saito is live, which is why she was not part of the game tonight. So if you want to send us all over to her.
Yes, and remember, as Deckard says, you're either a benefit or a hazard, and we aim to be a benefit. So if you'd like to come with us to Milady Saito's chat, remember, we're all going to be friendly people. And yeah, that's it for us. Thank you so much for coming through, everyone. We're blasting off as the sun destroys our exterior and vital aspects of life support burn up behind us, and a mysterious group sends a team, and who knows what our fates will be. Yeah, we're raiding. Peace.